Hello, we are back again late, and I have no real good reason for this one, but we're here anyway. You know what? We're still gonna play like 3 hours this one, like, cause I feel good, even though it will go over a little bit. It's still, I think it's still valid. We'll do it up, but we're playing Arcade Spirits some more, so we're gonna keep going through. We're gonna see how our second day at the Funplex is gonna go. See if we feel really like flirting with anybody, because like I did say that the first day it's like, yo, let's chill. Let's not like fucking mac on anyone our first day of working. Like, that's crazy. Like, I know people do that, but I feel like no, you have to take a break. You have to get to know people first. But so far, score wise, we're doing best with I already don't remember their names. But the kind of mechanic girl and the streamer girl, those are the ones that we seem to be going pretty well with. And I think even though she's like kind of like rough, I think I'm gonna go for the streamer girl low key. But because this is our first playthrough, my rule is just like, you just make decisions based on what you yourself think is a good idea or a bad idea. So I'm not trying to play a person. I'm not trying to aim for doing things exactly like this that this person would want. Like, if it seems like it's a dumb idea, even though I know it's gonna get me in the good graces of Queen Bee, I'm not gonna fucking do it. But yeah, that's the goal right now, because like I think the best thing for that, because you like usually in these things, a bad ending is an ending, and you kind of want to get those out of the way first, because like then you can just get back to it and be like, okay, I know better, rather than like doing a bunch of endings and like having to do some weird fail state right away, you know, and then like after that you could just avoid. But well, yeah, we'll get into it. We'll go. So let's get rid of this cool music, the nest shot. I don't know what that is, and put this away, put that away. Will I need to, can I? Every time while I'm waiting, my one thing that I do is I upload one of the, did it work? One of the VODs to YouTube, just because it takes like a fucking minute to do so, and usually by the end of the stream, I can by the end of the stream I can like go on and be like, put it into playlists or whatever. But yeah, it's not showing up right now. We'll see it after. Music's on. This is here. Let's turn off the double. Let's go load. And was this the everybody? Yeah, this is the start. Okay, we'll keep going this one. Okay. Do I have to click through? Yeah, I do. Level 2, chasing ghosts. Ghosts of what? It's the future year 20XDX. And you know what? Things are pretty okay. I've worked at a floor attendant at the Funplex for 2 weeks now. Hard work, to be sure, but rewarding. I guess not our second day, it's like just the second time. In a spiritual sense, at least. I've helped Naomi, that's the first of the Naomi repair pinball games. I've had tea with Francine while she reminisced about a far out 1960s. I'll just say 1960s. 96X's. I guess like, yeah, like, cause saying 1960s, that doesn't specify specifically 1960. You could say 1960s anyway. I've evacuated gamers when the kitchen accidentally caught on fire. Jesus Christ. I've had numerous kids puking up nachos on my clothes. I scraped gum off any number of surfaces. I've chased what turned out to be entirely too many spiders out of a single skee-ball machine. I'm surprised that would happen, considering I thought Naomi kept on top of that shit, but okay. Okay, look, I know I'm not painting this as a very rosy picture so far, but honestly, I'm happy. I'm happy even amidst the chaos and grossness. I'm happy, and that's all that matters. Right?
Right, you're happy. This is the best I've seen you in ages, Ari. Before you'd come home all drained and exhausted, now, well, you're still tired but a good tired.
I wonder if she is one of the people that you can... There was like a... Yeah. Oh no, she's not a romance thing. Which is fine, because I don't think, like... She's a bit too bubbly for me, but I gotta keep that in mind when doing anything. Oh, okay, good to know. Like, I'm more of a serious person here. which I feel like wouldn't do well with Naomi. Actually, I feel like it wouldn't do any good with either of them. I feel like being serious is best for Gavin and maybe Percy. And like Naomi would probably be like slightly serious and a little bit fun, and she would probably be like bold mostly. I don't know, let's return. Let's just see what you do. That might be how we fail. That like, even if we get somebody, they're like, yeah, but you're not my kind of person, so goodbye. My roommate Juniper. She'd taken to stopping by during her lunch break whenever she could to get away from her office cubicle long enough to do so. It's still hard work, don't get me wrong. But overall, it's good work. I just feel good. Totally good and stuff.
Yes!
Agreed. Super good. Double plus good.
Iris, we talked about you listening in on my conversations. What did I tell you about that?
To pretend I wasn't eavesdropping even when I am?
Exactly. You know, I'd be more upset about my creepy privacy invading digital overmistress, but I have to admit that I really pulled through for me. Even if she also ordered a 3-month supply of pizza bagels on my behalf.
When you have pizza on a bagel.
But Ari, when pizza's on a bagel...
So, Juniper, how long do you have left on your break? Any time to squeeze in some pinball or something? I can swatch tokens.
No, can do. Our new assistant synergy manager arranged a team building exercise. I have to, like, move colored bits of paper around or something and then exchange high fives.
Assistant synergy manager? That sounds like a very vague job.
No, it's actually entry level. Good pay and right on track to middle management. Pretty cushy, if a bit dull. Funny thing is that they asked me if I knew anybody who fit in before they started advertising for candidates, and I said, nope. Who'd want to do that?
When was this exactly?
Oh, 2 weeks ago.
So 2 weeks ago, right when I needed to find work, you told them you didn't know any of the candidates for a well-paying entry-level job.
Oh.
Rip.
Well, but you wouldn't have liked being an assistant synergy manager, right? Not one bit.
I wonder what's the different part of the first part that she was talking to me about. Because usually it's not voiced when it's something that, like, depends on what you've been doing, it changes. I don't know. Juniper. Please tell me that you told them no because I've already taken this job at that point, not because you forgot.
Hey, I didn't forget. I just, didn't bother telling you about the open position that night. I mean, you'd already had so many jobs you hated. I knew you'd hate being an assistant synergy manager, so I didn't feel the need to tell you. And it all worked out, right? You just spent the last 5 minutes telling me how happy you are here.
Not a lie, I was happy here indeed. Also not a lie, having packed pizza bagels for lunch after having pizza bagels for breakfast because we barely had enough money to cover the rent this week pulled together. Also not a lie, Gavin constantly hiding the numbers from us, insisting that things were fine while dryly joking about perpetually being on the edge of a crash and burn. Also not a lie that every time someone in my family tried to chase after happiness instead of stability, we fell deeper and deeper into debt and misery.
Ooh.
Ari, say something. You're scaring me.
When I lost my lifeguard job, I barely reacted. Didn't care that I was impoverished again and facing an uncertain future. I guess one of the nasty side effects of no longer going with the flow is no longer being numb to the reality of your situation. But I shouldn't feel upset about this. I've been genuinely enjoying my time at the Funplex. It's been a bundle of laughs and not the so sad I'm laughing variety either. I have no right to be angry or upset at losing an opportunity at a safer, more stable future, right? I mean, I already did get that bad end, so like, in another universe. It's okay, I'm where I want to be. Honestly, it's okay, everything's fine. Not okay. Why didn't you tell me? Okay, so these are both truths. I don't want to do a harsh truth because, like, when it comes down to it, like, you were just saying you were happy a bunch. Like, if there was, like, it's okay, I'm where I want to be, but I wish you told me or something. Like, I don't want to fucking jump out at her about it, but, like, I don't know, we'll just be... So I won't be angry or upset. Simple as that. I decided I was done compromising, right? Done with settling, going with the flow. I'm gonna be the one to break the family curse. I chose this path of my own free will. Even if I didn't have all the facts at the time. But if I'm gonna be honest, boundless confidence doesn't cover the simple fact that I chose to be vulnerable rather than safe. If the arcade closes, if anything else goes wrong, still no need to dump all that on Juniper. It's okay, Juniper, you were right. I'd have hated that job, and things are great here.
Oh, good. You were kind of freaking me out. Trust me, it's the right decision. You'd learn to loathe working at my office, like I do.
Okay, like, I guess she does have, like, the inside information about how much it sucks there, so, yeah.
I mean, Sure, the pay is good, and you get solid health insurance and paid vacation time, and they have a sweet coffee shop right in the lobby.
Juniper, man.
And these really great chairs that support your lower back, like $1,000 chairs from Sweden crafted by master chairsmiths.
Juniper, I said it's fine. Everything is fine. Honestly, I'm okay. I won't deny that that job would have been a safer bet. I want to contribute my fair share to the apartment rent, you know. But what's done is done. I'd rather look forward than back.
Right. Forget I said anything. Please forget I said anything. I'm sorry. I should have told you. I shouldn't have held that back.
Yeah, it probably would have been better to make like a fully informed decision rather than just being like, whatever.
But I still wouldn't have pushed you to take the job. It's totally horrible at my office. You'd have been miserable there, like me.
Juniper, it's cool. You're right, I would have hated it.
Okay, good. I've got a good feeling about all this. I think you're right where you need to be. Even if I was, kind of awful about getting you here. Hey, I gotta get back to the office. Have a good lunch, okay?
I can feel the distant rumble of a frozen box of pizza bagels taunting me from the recently repaired employee break room. Yeah, okay, and you have a good rest of the hours of your day, yeah?
You bet.
I'm okay with this. Everything's fine. Is this like everything is fine, or is this like this is fine, dog, this is fine? Right? Right. What I need right now is a distraction, and frozen pizza bagels are most certainly not it. My pocket money is really slim, but I think I need to step out from some fresh air and treat myself to a better lunch than that. And hey, maybe some company too. Nice and distracting, talking to someone who's about anything other than this. Let's see who's available. Percy, Queen Bee's between matches right now. Teo's shaking it out on Showtime stage. Ashley's not on mascot duty. Okay, so I'm bummed out about like the future. Percy, I don't know. Queen Bee, I have been talking to a little bit. Teo seems like a positive fucking guy, but he seems like he's busy. And Ashley, oh, she's not doing mascot duty, so it would be nice to see her not in a mascot thing. And she's like a co-worker, so we'll see. It's not that often that both floor attendants can all break at the same time. I should take advantage of that and see if Ashley wants to grab some chow. Oh, she's got like a fucking full anime t-shirt and shit. Sailor Jupiter, respect. On the plus side, I will not be lunching with Pinky the Fun Place Flamingo. She's in her civvies today.
Oh, hi!
Hey, Ari, what's up? Kitchen on fire again?
Not yet, and to avoid that happening again, I suggest having lunch somewhere else.
You know, I was just about to suggest that. Both not burning down the kitchen and going out for a bite. Sounds great.
Maybe taking a breather and stepping outside these walls will help take my mind off everything that happened this morning. And Ashley always has a story to get lost in. Maybe I could get some pointers.
Oh, hey, I know where we could go. You haven't been to the whole store yet, have you?
No, not yet. I've been existing off all these pizza bagels. I was gonna say fucking pizza bagels.
I do love me some pizza bagels, especially the sausage ones.
I wonder how they make all those tiny little sausages fit on those bite-sized morsels. Like, is it on a conveyor belt with lots of sharp blades? Chopping down at insane speeds? You wouldn't want to be caught under that, no way. Focus, Ashley. Whole story?
Oh, yeah, it's an adorable little bookstore that also sells coffee and donuts. Get it?
Whole story.
Yeah.
Not a fan of puns, I take it.
Nevertheless, I got hankering for some mini donuts. Let's go.
Despite coming to this little strip mall for 2 weeks, I hadn't actually visited our neighbors. Mostly I did whatever needed doing, took orders from Gavin, lent a hand to Ashley and Naomi, things like that. Whatever the job happened to call for, no more, no less. I couldn't say I'd be a part of any community outside the immediate circle of co-workers, whereas the others visited Whole Story frequently. Ashley leads the way into a shop that smells strangely of dusty old books and sugary sweetness. I don't think I'd ever been in a little independent bookstore. Or a bookstore at all, for that matter. It's 20XDX. Who buys books at a brick and mortar bookstore anymore? Like, it's fucking 20XDX now. Like, people love books. Like, who the fuck? Anyway. But despite the subdued atmosphere compared to the arcade, there are customers present and accounted for, sipping coffee, reading old tomes, and yes, munching donuts. Ashley secures a tiny table for us before directing me to the bar. Hang on, what the heck is up with this menu? It's organized by the Dewey Decimal System. Yo, I just watched one of the most recent Smarty Pants videos on Dropout where they were like, we should organize food by the Dewey Decimal System and called it the Chewy Decimal System. I love that presentation.
I'll have the Judy Bloom. It's a bunch of mini donuts. And hey, my treat, okay?
I mumble out of thanks, trying not to make a big deal of it. Cash is tight, and boutique cafe pastries wouldn't help my situation much. They saw my vibe from across the bar. A pair of middle-aged guys wait to take my order. Hey, I'd like a super sweet glazed chocolate sprinkle, or surprise me what's your favorite donut, some glaze and some coffee, keep it simple. Special surprise with orange juice. This sounds like actually something that I would do, but like I am curious about what their favorite donut is, but no, like let's for the first time we'll just get something. I'll have the Shel Silverstein.
1 chocolate with sprinkles and juice coming up.
Ben. The second fellow puts together my order and also drops a small book of extremely silly poetry on the tray with it. Huh. A literary lunch.
With alliteration, apparently.
Yeah.
Say, you work at the Funplex, don't you?
Right. We've seen you walk past our doors every morning and evening.
Like clockwork, tick-tock.
Right, sorry, I should have introduced myself. Floor attendant Arcader at your service. I'm your inside person for tokens and tickets.
Oh, we are lousy at video games.
Totally lousy.
But Francine's just a peach, isn't she?
Sweetest dame you'll ever meet.
Regardless, welcome to the whole story.
I do appreciate them putting like the fast things together because it does like communicate how they said that right away. I was kind of like, is that necessary? But hearing the delivery, I'm like, yeah.
I'm Ben.
I'm Matt.
No relation to the actors.
Although they're cuties, and so are we.
Oh, stop.
Stop being cute? Never.
What do you mean no relation to the actors? Like, are the voice actors like also named Ben and Matt? I don't know. Apparently the sugar available is in forms other than round and holy.
Anyway, don't let us stop you from having fun on your little date.
Wouldn't dream of it.
It's not a date.
Just friends then? Friendly friends on a play date?
We're fucking coworkers, dog.
Maybe the real date was the friends we made along the way.
I'd say the real friends were the friends we made along the way.
I'm kind of lost,
What
but
if
okay.
the way was also the real friends who were the real friends we made along the way?
Dog, I need to eat. I need blood sugar for this.
Okay, now you're just being silly.
And how?
Anyway, next order, please.
The pair waves to the next customer as I return to Ashley's table with our orders on a nicely decorated wooden tray.
Oh, wow!
These mini donuts are just so cute.
Ashley holds up a tiny donut in her hands like a chipmunk holding an acorn. She looks down at the tiny pastry and her eyes sparkle before she takes a bite. Closing her eyes, the corners of her mouth curl into a wide smile.
Ari, it's so yummy. I could eat these all day.
I wish I could have Ashley's enthusiasm about eating food. The same old pizza bagels day after day is dulling out my palate. Ashley's face changes from pure delight to concern.
Hey, Ari, is everything okay?
You aren't your normal self today. You seem a little off. It's been an interesting morning. Kind of hard to wrap my head around everything.
Hey, I know how those days go.
Even I feel lost and confused sometimes. There are days when it's especially rough. Be like, you? I feel like that's dumb to be like, when do you ever? And you're like, feel the same way, huh? You too, huh?
Me too, huh?
I guess it happens to the best of us.
I know. I know it seems totally unlike me, but honestly, deep down I'm scared. I feel like I don't really know who I am.
Ooh.
Every time I look at myself in the mirror, I don't know who this person is who is staring back at me.
Transition, maybe?
I mean, in my heart of hearts, I know I am Ashley Wolf,
Dog.
but that's all. What makes up Ashley Wolf?
That's a name.
Who am I? Who am I really? That's what I'm searching for.
That took an unusually serious tone compared to Ashley's usual chipper attitude. And I can't say I entirely get what she means about not knowing who she is. Well, no, I kind of get it, considering I don't know what I want from life. What you want and who you are are often linked ideas, right? But Ashley looks so forlorn that I can't sit by and say nothing. I won't let the silence drown her out. You try searching an abandoned house. Nope. Is that why you cosplay? What do you hope to find? I don't know what Ashley hopes to find, but maybe I can help in some way. Just getting people talking about it can help. So, taking everything into consideration, what do you hope to discover about yourself?
I don't know. Not exactly. I guess I just want to be happy with who I am.
I can understand that.
When I reflect on my life, I really do love cosplay and I love the rush it brings. I get to be whoever I want, whatever I want. I can be a starship captain, an elf, a giant pink flamingo mascot even. I don't have to worry about Ashley. I can focus on being someone else.
I feel awkward in my own skin.
When I'm in costume, I feel like I'm at my fullest potential. I feel comfortable. But I think cosplay has really helped me understand some things about myself that I couldn't see before I started doing this. I just want to be able to love the person that I am when I find them. Knowing you, I think you'll do just fine there. If you can smile for the kitties through a pink flamingo mask, you can smile for yourself. I hope so. I really do. Ashley looks off back again longingly for a second before snapping back to attention. Oh my, I've just talked your ear right off. Beep beep. Lunchtime is over, Ari.
Right on time.
Hey, thanks for listening, Ari. I mean it. And, you know, if you ever want to talk about your problems, I'm here. I mean, I'm here at the Funplex, yeah. But I'm, like, here for you two. That's what friends are for. And I totally know I might be overstepping my bounds here, but I feel like lately you're just going through the motions at the Funplex.
Huh? No, everything is great with being the Funplex.
You punch in and punch out right on time, sure. But from what I've seen, Ari, you have so much potential. The flame burns deep inside. You just gotta dig down and bring out that light, you know.
How do you really get brighter working an arcade floor attendant job? Like, maybe we'll find out, but I'm kind of like, I don't really get that personally.
You'll do great things. I just know it. And I've totally delayed you long enough. We should get back to Gavin before he notices we're gone.
Alright. Time for the afternoon shift. That's usually when things heat up after the quiet mornings. More kids coming in after school, more programmers rolling in the crews. I've headed back to my desk, ready to take care of what needs to be taken care of when I'm intercepted en route. Ari, Ashley, you're both back. Good. I was hoping to catch you before we left.
Ooh, what's up?
Hums is up.
Okay.
He is? Huh, okay.
Ashley, I'll bring the van around shortly. Ari, you'll be flying solo today. Hang on, what's happening exactly? Who's Hamza? Hums is a game finder and auctioneer, and gives next to no notice of when a new block of games will be going under the gavel, so we need to move. Ashley, Naomi, Francine, and I will be going to his auction and for the rest of the afternoon while you run the Funplex. Why everybody? You should leave one person for me. Okay, Naomi makes sense. Francine and Gavin makes sense. Why not leave both me and Ashley here? Like, operationally, there should be two people in charge in case, especially at the busiest part of the day. This makes no sense, but whatever. My first sentence is to nod and go along with it. Gavin's a lot right in these parts. But Ashley's words are still dangling away in my mind. Doing what needs doing is great and all, but maybe I needed to step up a bit more. Plus the idea of being trapped in here during our heaviest hours with no support was hardly appealing. Yeah. Hey, what gives? I want to know this too. Let me tag along. How about you, Ashley and I swap places, and I come with you? Like, hey, what gives? I want to know this too. Let me tag along. Okay, I don't want to say that I'm gonna burn it down. Like, so I guess I'm going basic here. Is there a reason it has to be Ashley, not me?
Nope.
Definitely not. He just needs muscle to help move the game around. Move games around. I've got muscle. Well, I've got a muscle or two. Just ask Naomi. I help her move games all the time. Yeah. I feel like such a third wheel at those auctions anyway. Let Ari be the third wheel and let me handle the floor. I'll be the finest third wheel you've ever met. Trust me. I just want to do more than I've been doing. Different things, new things. Show some initiative, like... I suppose it wouldn't hurt much to bring Ari instead. But no costume time today, Ashley. I need non-plush fingers on duty in case the ticket jams. Pinky can stay in storage for the afternoon. I'm just happy to be helping folks out one way or another. I need to go and get the van. Wait out front, please. We'll probably be closed by the time you get back, so I'll see you in the morning. Floor attendant Ashley, away! Leaving me waiting outside with my two traveling companions. Oh, she's not wearing her overalls. Not much time to chat, however, as Gavin pulls his van and the rental trailer around. Oh my, how exciting. I rarely go on adventures these days. It's just a quick trip, ma'am. Any trip is an adventure if you make it one, shall we? The four of us pile in and it's off to the highway. Gavin, consulting a driving map on his phone, leads us out of the city by a series of weird turns and back roads. Trust me, this will save time in the long run. Where's Hamza set up this time? On site at some abandoned estate outside town. It's about to be torn down, but they found a trove of arcade games in the basement.
Woohoo!
So exciting! I love arcade raids.
Arcade auctions.
Raids.
Auctions. You guys got an arcade to English dictionary I could borrow? Francine without looking up from her knitting answers.
A raid is when a bunch of collectors get together and rescue games before they can be junked by their original owner. An auction is what someone sells off their arcade games one at a time to a crowd of active bidders. So, which is this, a raid or an auction? It's both, Yuri. Hamza, that sweet boy, buys up private collections before they can be thrown away. He rescues them from that terrible fate and then auctions off his finds. Sort of. Okay, now I'm fuzzy on the sort of part. I'm the newbie here, remember? Well, okay. So, Hamza obviously auctions off games for cash money, but he's a very whimsical guy. Once I saw him trade off a vintage burger time in exchange for someone's super secret chili recipe passed down through generations of family. Is he a genie or something? Like, what is that? In other words, he's just on the edge of being a loon. This would be a lot simpler if it's just a raid. We pay up front, we declare what games we want, and cart them away. Instead, he ambushes us with these impromptu auctions and makes us come down there to entertain his whims.
Wonderful.
I think it's sweet. He wants to make sure the games go to good homes to people who really want them, even if they can't pay. And really, we should be honored we got an invitation. He's trying to cut the big franchise arcades like Deck Out Palace and help the little guys, like us. It's inefficient and relies entirely on keeping on Hamza's good side. Which is, honestly, most things rely entirely on keeping on the good side of, like, whoever's in charge. So that's not really, like, you only get upset at that if you suck at people, which I think Gavin kinda does. Huh. Anyway, this hooking on little guy sounds cool here. Oh, I also want to know this, but I guess I might get that by saying that. I'm guessing Hums is the sort of person who would let a kid have the game of his dreams for free. He doesn't care about money, he cares about people, am I right? Correctamundo! Hums is a great guy. Is he hard to predict? Sure. He's got a big heart, but he's got a big heart and that means something in his business. Not enough big hearts left some days. Yes, that's because that's how you pay the bills and keep the doors open. By having a big heart. I won't deny we can sometimes squeak out a trade that's practically a steal thanks to his personal modus operandi. But let's not push this too far. Here. We need to temper our expectations a little, I suspect.
I think not.
What? Okay, I was just realizing that the van they're driving is the fucking mystery machine. Like, legitimately. We don't have room to add many more games, especially relics like Hamza usually deals in. What about the off-site storage unit? We could just rotate games in and out more often. Nearly full to bursting, and not cheap for us to rent on a monthly basis. I'm not saying we have to go home empty-handed. Certainly a few holes in our roster we can fill, should we find an excellent deal and beat out the other bidders. But consider this, above anything else, a way to maintain relationships with Hamza, even if we don't end up bidding.
Aww. Now, Naomi. Gavin knows the numbers. I'm in favor of making our little funplex more and more fun. But floor space is finite. And Gavin, remember, if we find some darling little game Naomi would lavish adoration upon, we can always retire an older game. Life, my young friends, is a series of trade-offs.
It's true. Well, isn't it better to, you know, not just settle and compromise all the time? Because that's the arc that I'm on.
Well, now, there are trade-offs, and there are trade-offs. It's silly to say that you should never compromise. As silly as it is to say you should always compromise. It's what you compromise that defines who you are.
It's what you do that defines you.
You're all so young yet. You've time to make mistakes in learning what trade you need to make.
For some reason, this is unrelated, but I'm smelling like buffalo sauce and it's making me want like some kind of like pub food. It sucks. Unless you don't make rent or on your apartment or your stomach's growling. Iris and Juniper have pushed me to stop settling for less out of life, to stand up for myself and my happiness. And I've done just that without regret. So, everything should be fine now, right? Right. New default topic diversion, the weather. Well, at least it's a nice day for an outing, right? Wow! Come on. Wonderful. Glad I packed plastic bags to wrap cabinets in just in case. That's our Gavin. Always thinking ahead. Trying to protect your investments, huh? Why are you saying that? He's also protecting your arcade cabinets. From Hamza's invitation, it seemed this arcade was largely abandoned and left to rot. I'd rather not add water damage to the ailments the games are already suffering. It's so sad that when we come across a wonderful game that's just ruined beyond repair. Most collectors show their collections a lot of love, but others just don't care. You find old games in barns exposed to the elements falling apart. I suppose this is one thing we can easily agree on. It's important to take care of your games. For their resale value, you mean? A broken game's no fun to play with, and it's a shame to see a classic in a terrible condition. Consider pinball. Pinball games are very prone to breakdowns, particularly older ones. To experience them in their glory, you need to show them care. Even beyond a busted game earning no quarters, it feels like a waste to allow an enjoyable game to lie fallow. A waste of true potential. Huh. Good point. Yeah, you guys are fucking agreeing. Jeez. Glad to see these two getting along better, even if Naomi kept preemptively attacking him along the way there. Jesus. With the rain pounding down on the van roof, conversation gets a little bit difficult. Gradually, everybody resumes fiddling about with their phones, knitting or driving, leaving me to wonder, exactly where is this auction and or raid happening anyway? We've been driving for some time, leaving the city far behind. What would a massive trove of arcade games be doing this far out of the sticks? Maybe it's some closed-down roller rink or an old bowling alley or maybe it's a creepy old house that's likely haunted by exactly 7,194 ghosts. Ah, the classic Cater Luck in Blaze. So majestically awful. Fucking Night on Bald Mountain again. Gavin pulls up along any number of other vans and trucks. You're a little late, it seems. Good grief, is this really the auction site? Creepy. Definitely creepy. At least an 8 on the creepometer. An old home has character, I feel. Let's not judge it by the exterior, shall we? With all speed, the group hurries inside to get away from the weather. A large group has already gathered in the foyer of the crumbling state, but one rushes forward to greet us in a blur as the others pay little mind.
Greetings, friends.
Greetings, friends! Oh, he already said.
Hamza welcomes our friends from the Funplex. Welcome, welcome. Gavin, stalwart as ever. Naomi, love what you've done with your hair. Miss Francine, a beauty surpassed only by your wisdom.
Oh, fresh.
And a new player, it seems. Who might you be?
Arcader.
I see. Greetings to you and yours. I am known as Hamza, seeker of antiquity, finder of things lost, player of games.
The player of games.
And welcome to, well, not my home, but a place where Hamza shall provide hospitality regardless.
Secret of Antiquity is 1980 unique antique. I mean, like, you're in 20xdx, and assuming that it's far in the future from 2025, it might be. Yeah, let's do that. I'm not gonna fucking call this place a dump. I'll do that. I was unaware Reagan era amusement were antiques on par with the Turin Shroud. You have fire indeed, but rest assured, many a holy grail may lurk in the arcade below. You may even find your own relic of a holy nature by Eve's end. Alas, I've not a moment to enjoy your fine company, Arcader. Perhaps later, but for now, it is time. Clapping twice for attention, Hamza rallies the small crowd in the room to begin the proceedings. Friends, companions, long-time allies of the noble art of the arcade, welcome. Welcome to Donnawood. Its story begins nearly 30 years ago, when legendary pop musician Donna Michaels, singer of such hits as Thrilling and Mama Don't Mope, did a stately pleasure dome decree. Here, the reclusive idol crafted a private amusement park, a petting zoo, an arcade. Alas, she could only enjoy this paradise for a short 10 years before her tragic death. Needless to say, the estate has fallen on hard times ever since, and this year it shall be torn down to make way for condominiums. But not before we have our say.
Friends, those games that Donna Michaels cherished still lurk one floor below, ready to be rescued from such a terrible fate. It is our moral imperative to do so.
I wonder if Donna Michaels is supposed to be Dolly Parton, because, like, there aren't a whole lot of singers that have made an amusement park, but she has.
I have paid the estate owners a princely sum for the entire lot. Now, Hamza parcels them out to you. By all means, browse the collection. See which pieces sing out to you. On the far table, you shall find refreshments, grapes, sparkling wine, and delicacies from my travels. Mingle, cavote, and we shall begin the auction in 1 hour's time.
I kind of like how the delicacies are just sort of like fucking 1500, not even 1500, just like 500 fucking Roman kind of things. Indeed, a lavishly arranged table that probably cost more than any single arcade game to put together is descended upon by the invitees soon after. I feel like I'm attended some ancient Roman celebration of debauchery and gluttony, not an arcade raid. Or an arcade auction, or whatever. Donna Michaels! I knew it! I should have recognized Donnawood when we pulled in. Oh yeah, because it's Dollywood. Yeah, it's Dolly Parton. We pulled in, but it was raining too hard. Who? You've never heard of Donna Michaels? She was the hottest musical act of 1980-something.
Well, yeah, Dolly Parton, was she 1980s? I thought she was a little earlier, but whatever. Naomi, I was born in 1990 something. I'm totally plugging my phone into the van stereo so we can blast Girls Just Want to Play Games all the way home. Okay, that's Cyndi Lauper. But first, I'm gonna go check out the cabinets in our arcade. I'm not really into mingling. Later! She dashes off with all speed, heading for the stairs leading below. Suppose I should go network a bit. Hamza's events always draw an interesting crowd of rival arcade owners. Heading for the foodstuffs, Gavin arranges himself a plate so he has an excuse to hang around and eavesdrop on the other collectors, leaving me to do stuff. Now I see why Ashley was always bored at these events. Gavin schmoozes, Naomi analyzes finds, and Francine's already napping in a chair. I've got nothing to do. Well, when in doubt, find someone who knows what they're doing and stick to them like glue. That's true. Okay, so I would probably just fucking go browse the games. I'm really not interested in the arcade version of Game of Thrones going on up here. Gavin can handle these guys. Me, I want to see these legendary arcade that Hamza was taking up. So I head downstairs to join Naomi. Whoa. Is this a private collection or a full-fledged arcade? I was expecting a handful of games at a pool table or something, but this is easily 3 times larger than the Funplex itself. Even coated in dust and disrepair, it's awe-inspiring. And it's also hard to find anyone in this maze of tightly packed games. Invitees are browsing the available stock to decide what's worth bidding on, making it crowded as well. But eventually, I locate Naomi practically cuddling a narrow-looking TMNT machine. Ooh. Oh! Harry, look, 2-player variant of TMNT. These were only released in the Oceania region. Such a rare find. Wait, wasn't that game originally 4-player? Why would anyone want a version with only 2 joysticks? Well, because, I mean, it's rare. It's a find. And it's less fun. Not the point! Anyway, it's hard to find one of these 2-player or 4-player. I'd love to have it for the arcade, and I'd love to have that, and this one, and... Oh, if I could only take all of these home with me! I mean, some have some water damage, others likely have buses, CRTs, and control, but they all need work, but... I recall the game she was working on when I first met her. Extensive repairs needed just to make it playable. So not only would you have to bid and win the game, but you'd have hours of work and plenty of spare parts to purchase ahead of you. I know! Isn't it great? Okay, is there a nice way to say this? I don't know if it's starting these games, but do I actually have money for more human projects? I think this sounds... Yeah. You really love bringing a broken old game back to working order, huh?
Yeah!
Absolutely! These games deserve to shine as they once did ages ago. If I can turn back the clock and let them be what they truly can be, let people play them as they were in their prime, well, there's no greater feeling. And you enjoy the challenge of restoration too, repairing hardware, repairing damaged art, the problem of solving broken monitors. You know me so well, Ari! Exactly! And all that is admirable. I really love how happy these projects make you, not me. But there's a flip side. How much time does it take to restore a game? I'd say if it's in good shape, maybe a few hours. If it's really a wreck and needs extra love, a few days, maybe weeks if parts are in back order. Okay, now think of the games you currently have and how many still need work. Break down frequently. Can you take on a bunch of new projects? Well, I could make the time. Work late, right? Even a girl with a bottomless energy has her limits. Nami sighs, frustration building. It's not fair.
Not fair.
Oh, she's talking.
I know. I mean, I'm not dense. I know there's only so much we can realistically do. So many projects I can actually take on. But I wish I could do more. I wish we could do more.
That's what everybody wishes, I swear.
Funplex has never really been a success. Even before I came on board, it was always struggling to stay afloat. I joined it because so few arcades still have the games I love.
I swear that should be a huge draw. Like, if a game has, like, certain games that you can't really get anywhere else, that would be big. I don't know.
But I can't turn our situation around, can I? No matter how hard I try. This was my first job. Part of me is hoping it'll be my last job, too. That I can happily spend all my days tinkering with these wonderful games. Every kid says they want to be a fireman or an astronaut or a robot cop or something, but nobody actually ends up doing that.
People be firemen or astronauts all the time. I don't know about robot cops.
Except me. I wanted to fix up arcade games, and that's what I'm doing.
Like, tons of people get to do what they wanted to. Like, tons of people don't, but tons of people do.
It's all I ever wanted to do. So, when I see all these old, broken games, I just want to show them the love I can give. I could be happy working on them for the rest of my life.
Wow, that's dedication. And really? You went straight from school to an arcade job? I mean, I've meandered from job to job, never really sure what I wanted. That's normal, right?
Yeah.
Oh, definitely. I'm the oddball here. It's funny. I followed my heart and found just what I wanted, what I needed, and now, well, now I'm scared someday it'll all come to the end. The Funplex will close.
And if the Funplex goes under, I really don't know what I'm gonna do. All I ever wanted was to work in an arcade. And I'm literally living my dream.
Okay, now I feel bad for bringing down her day. But this was realistic. Hey, look, you never know, right? Maybe we'll get lucky. Maybe we'll find a game down here that brings in thundering herds of players.
Right.
It's a slim hope, and we both know it, but Naomi clings to it immediately, eagerly. My low bank balance and grumbling stomach mean I need to cling to that hope as well. I made my choice. Now I need to make that choice work.
We just need to find the right game. Something nobody's played in a long time, something that'll tug at the nostalgia strings. It's difficult finding the right balance, especially in the year 20xdx. A lot of these games are on life support, borrowed time.
But they could be repaired, right?
Well, yeah, for now. But CRTs, the monitor that powered these old games before LCDs and now 3D flats started replacing them, they're in short supply. Nobody makes them anymore. I mean, who buys a tube-based TV anymore? Nobody! It's all high definition and all that weird 3D projection tech which looks awful. Nobody appreciates a good CRT anymore.
Aren't high-def displays way cheaper, though? I've seen some old games running them in other arcades.
They're wrong, is what they are. Those games weren't designed for pixel-perfect flat panels. They're designed for fuzzy tubes. This picture looks weird on LCD.
That is true, that like when the games were made, they were made thinking that they would be on the CRTs and they'd look actually different depending on. Even 2 weeks in, I'm still fuzzing myself on a lot of this stuff. But I grew up on the internet age. I'm silicon literate. I got opinions. Let's use LCDs and just bash people over the head to make their bitch clear. No. How about we buy some cheap and common games and then gut them for spare CRTs? Ooh! And that's also like pretty good. I kind of like this. It's a problem having spare parts on hand long term. Short of building our own factory for cranking out TV tubes, there's a temporary fix. Buy some cheap, common games and use them as organ donors.
Ugh.
And ruin a classic?
Cheap and common, Naomi. Not some rare find, but one that's readily available. We can even keep the cabinet itself so it can be stored later if need be. Point is, mixing and matching the guts will keep more fragile games afloat.
Makes sense.
Well, I mean, okay, yeah, that does make sense. And I bet I could sell Gavin on that idea too. We'd need more rental storage, but it'd mean less ordering parts and less downtime. Okay, I'll see if there's anything down here nobody would want and nobody would need.
Thank you.
You know, I'm glad you're with us at the Funplex. Whether you take my side or Gavin's side, it's just nice to have someone who cares about games around. Ashley's fun, but she's way more into cosplay than gaming. But it's kind of odd, you know?
What?
Feeling like I'm not alone. I know that sounds dramatic, but I'm so used to toiling away in my little workshop with Ashley and Gavin not really caring about the things I love. Oh, that's sad. Kind enough to me, and friendly. Well, Ashley is. But ever since you showed up, I feel like there's someone with me. It's odd. I'm not complaining, though. I guess it just takes getting used to after years of being perfectly content to be alone. Away from strangers, crowds. I mean, it's not really my thing. I don't like to network like Gavin does or socialize like Ashley does. And now I'm making things weird, so I'm gonna stop there. Besides, I'm just about done taking inventory down here. How about you and I?
Suddenly shouting and stopping a few from the floor above.
What the?
Sounds like there's a fight or something going on up there.
I think we better go see what's what.
Clearly, we'll hurry upstairs.
What's going on? I heard shouting.
Hamza has ejected a representative of the dark carnival known as Deko's Palace from our midst. Not soon enough, in Hamza's opinion.
Oh, okay, I guess everything's fine then. Excuse me, I'm gonna go get my work apron on since we'll be moving games soon.
Naomi, if you don't mind, after you change, we should coordinate our wish list. I want to get that settled before the auction begins. No, don't leave me alone here with the Bacchanalian Orgy Master. Excellent! Now, let us resume the social amusements and jocularities. Arcader, we will speak, yes. Hamza leads me off, away from the chattering crowd. Presumably not to eat me, or yell at me, or anything like that. This guy seems dope. Why are you scared?
I make it a point to get to know all who attend my gatherings. Clearly, I have been remiss, as I allowed one who works with the hated Dekonami to enter.
Dekonami.
Hamza would like to know you better, my friend. Not that Hamza assumes you to be a spy, of course. It is simply a matter of what is proper and right.
That is fair. I'm just a floor pretend for the Funplex. Not much else to say.
Come now. Surely there's more to you than that. Share with Hamza.
Share with Hamza.
Consider me an impartial third party. Surely, there are matters that occupy your mind which would be inappropriate to air to your business partners?
Would they be appropriate to air to you? Okay, this guy's clearly on a fishing expedition for dirt. Considering the high court of arcade royalty I'm supping with, maybe it's best not to give him anything. But I also don't want to make relations difficult for the Funplex if this guy really is a leading supplier of cheap arcade games. Secret of the Royal Hair? No. Honestly, I've had a long run of bad luck. I won't bore you with the whole story, but the TLDR is my family's had a curse of foul luck for quite a few years. Like, maybe he has a cure for the curse or something. Look at him. He's magical. Moving from city to city, job to job. After I left home, I couldn't find stable work. Not until the Funplex, I guess. I'm determined to make this work, but I'll admit, I'm in a vulnerable position. It's not exactly a jet-setting executive role.
Hamza agrees.
Ah, yes, I see the dilemma you face. I've seen it many times before. In fact, including firsthand. Yes, I have known hardship. We all have, in the course of events. You are not alone in that condition, Arcader.
Hamza began as a mere urban explorer and hunter of rare objects for a wealthy buyer in Dubai.
Oh, wow.
You see, many debts pursued me. And in return for assistance in paying them, I stocked the arcade of his dreams. In time, my patron released me entirely from the woes of debt. They were difficult years, productive years to be certain. And throughout them, Hamza learned how to use the mystique of being Hamza to better achieve his goals.
Oh, okay, you got yourself a Sona there.
Now I stand before you with power, and with hard-earned respect for that power. I leverage it to ensure that those who respect games as I do can enjoy them, even if they lack coin. But yes, I have known hardship. We all have in the course of events. You are not alone in that condition, my friend.
Okay, so how do I get out of that condition? Do I need to indebt myself to a wealthy prince or something too?
No. You will need the will to dream and the will to work.
Yeah.
The will to make the trade-offs that will bring you closer to your ambitions.
Francine was mentioning something about that earlier. Wisdom and beauty, that is Francine. I'm trying not to make trade-offs though, not to settle. My parents, they gave up on so much just to barely scrape by. Ah, that is a puzzle, is it not? What to trade? Allow me to regale you with a story. Hamza makes a sweeping gesture to the beautiful ruin of the Don Elwood mansion and to an oil painting hanging on the wall. At one time, Donna Michaels was a star on the rise. She had all she could ever desire, and indulged in her desires all day long. But so indulgent was she that she failed to mention the work that brought her there. After her second album didn't meet expectation, she lost interest, maintained work. For years, she lurked in these walls as a recluse, playing games for hours and hours. Rumor has it that she was found dead within her beloved arcade, hands still wrapped around the glowing joystick. She starved to death, lost in a game. I'd say that's ridiculous, but I've seen Percy play for hours and hours at a time. And now, her lost and aimless spirit haunts this very place. Adrift as a ghost in the machine. Too spoopy for me, man. Too spoopy indeed! And obviously, a grim fairy tale rather than reality. But I feel there is an important truth buried in the myth. I ask you, was Donna's life spiritually satisfying? She didn't need to make any more albums. She wanted for nothing and had everything. You could even say she died doing what she loved, playing games. Okay, but she still died, no getting around that.
Hamza agrees.
Precisely. So many years thrown away, refusing the world around her in favor of a dream. A dream is a lovely thing, Arcader, but you must balance a dream in one hand and the world in the other at all times. Naomi, she clings to her dream. Gavin, he clings to the world. Neither of them are truly happy as a result. And what of you, Arcader? Do you seek to be truly happy? Well, duh, what else was I gonna ask her? I said yes. But Hamza pressed a finger to my lips to silence me. Hold that thought. The auction is about to begin.
Greetings, friends.
Friends, let us proceed to the arcade below. We have many games to bid on, all of which must be out the door by morning. As always, I accept alternate bids, but test not the patience of Hamza if your bid is not a serious offer. The hours grow short. Any titles which find no takers go to my own collection, but my hope is to find a happy home for every machine, one which will love and respect these games. Honestly, Naomi should work for Hamza because like he has like a million fucking games and a million like millions of dollars, and he probably needs people to take care of those games. That should be her dream job. I know like it's like, oh, we love the Funplex, but like that should be kind of your goal, ingratiating you with this guy of infinite money and possibly getting hired. I don't know. He motions for me in particular to follow as the group flies downstairs. This way, this way. A bunch of folding chairs have been set up in front of a large HDTV. One of Hamza's assistants loads up a photo and slideshow of games and offer as the group settles in. Hey, shouldn't France need to be here for this? It's technically her money. She trusts the two of us to make the right decisions on purchasing games. Plus, I'd hate to interrupt her nap. Or her knitting. Or both. I swear she can knit in her sleep. Ooh, I'm just too nervous. I think I'm gonna go browse the games again, see if there are any I missed. It's so dark down here, I could swear I didn't see them all. And how about you, Ari? You want to watch the auction with me or go help Naomi search the arcade? I'm fine either way. Ultimately, you're only here to help us lug our purchases out the door, so do whatever you like. Thanks, I think. I'll help you if you let me wave the paddle around. Naomi could use a hand, I'll go after her. Could she? Like, I kind of want to do both. Because, like, spending more time with Naomi will ingratiate me to Naomi, and that might be a good idea. But I do want to see what the auction is like. I don't know. She's kind of like nervous. I feel like Gavin could handle himself. She seems like, I don't know. Maybe she'll need help and comfort and stuff. Yeah, okay. It's hard to see your way around now the sun's gone down. Now we might get lost. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Technically, the sun's been blocked by clouds all afternoon. Still a factual statement. As you like. Try not to dissuade her from dropping more items in the wish list if you can. Right, now to try and find Naomi. Without the roaming crowd of arcade collectors actively roaming, this place actually feels super empty and super dark and super creepy. By the time I actually locate her, I can't even see the auction. I'm deep in the virtual woods. And there she is, staring into a darkened corner. She's possessed by the ghost of Donna Michaels, isn't she? I'm about to get spooked. I'm about to get spooked so hard. Oh, Ari!
Look! Look!
Instead of tearing my skin off and shrieking like a banshee, Naomi just points to the exposed back of an arcade game. Old wood having rotted away years ago. And inside, nestled between the circuits and monitor tubes, is a sleepy mother cat with several sleepy kittens. I feel a burning need to post a picture of this to the internet.
Yeah, I already took care of that.
Rip. Well, okay, as long as someone did.
Huh. The cabinets back here have a lot of water damage and wood rot. I guess this kitty and her family took shelter some time ago. But someone's gonna buy this game soon, and then they won't have a home anymore.
Are we gonna have arcade cats? I didn't think you'd be a cat person. Or a people person, for that matter. A lot of people are cat people and not people. People. I mean, you strike me as more of a game person, as in you'd give your games cute names and then preen them and have way too many of them in one apartment, then it's healthy.
Hey, I'm not that game obsessed.
Hey, come on, what's wrong with being that game obsessed?
Well, okay, maybe I am. But as much as I'd also love to save the game these cats call home, the cats are more important than any silly arcade game.
Okay, at least she's, like, grounded. It's true. Despite claiming to be antsy around strangers, she's been nothing but friendly to me, even giving me her lunch the first day I got here. As much as folks in the arcade consider her to be a bit game obsessed, there's clearly no more to Naomi than being a one-note otaku.
We've got to do something for the kitties. So what should we do?
Buy the game, maybe? Then you could save both of them.
Tempting, but I'm already pushing my luck with my wish list. I can't add a game we don't need just to save these cats.
Yeah. Taking to an animal center, you should adopt them. They need a home. For now, they need to move them. That's priority one. Could take them to an animal shelter. Can't care for a bunch of cats, but the specialists at the humane shelter could handle this. Hey, yeah, that's a great idea. I mean, I'd love a pet, but that would give them the best chance to survive after being moved from their home. But where would we take them? What shelter? And how do we safely move them? Oh, I don't know. I don't want to mess this up. What do we do? What do we do? Naomi, we have the internet. Oh, right. Thanks to the wonders of the information superhighway, Naomi's got the instructions we need in seconds. Didn't even need an iris backing her up thanks to speedy tapping. Right, okay, we're going to need 1. A cardboard box large enough to fit them all. Not a problem. There's plenty of boxes around here being left behind by movers and liquidators. 2. To avoid being scratched up, heavy gloves. No problem, I brought a pair from the Funplex. Was expecting to use them to haul giant wooden game cabinets around. 3. Some food for the trip. They had turkey up at the buffet table, right? But just basic breast meat should work. Water, too. Lastly, we need bedding of some sort to line the box. A blanket or something. I wouldn't trust, like, the curtains or anything in this crappy old house. Could have bugs, or worse. I might know where we can get a blanket. Upstairs. Right, pass me your gloves. I'll get the box. You go grab the food and blanket.
Woohoo!
It's Operation Kitty Rescue. Go! Right, it's up to me now. For sake of a bunch of absolutely adorable little fuzz muffins, I must accomplish my sacred goals. Gavin and the auction can wait. It's go time. Scooping up the roast bird and water, that's the easiest part. Plenty of pickings left over, even after a ravenous arcade owner is descended upon this buffet. As for the blanket, well, we conveniently have access to one of those lying in Francine's lap, her knitting now complete as she snoozes away. I'm reasonably certain she wouldn't mind me appropriating this for the sake of some cuddly little kittens, right? I'm pretty sure. I think she would like to know. Okay, I can't just steal that blanket she's been knitting for days. I'd hate to interrupt her rest, but this is for the best. I nudge her very, very lightly. Miss Francine?
Hello, dearie.
Oh, Ari. Pardon. I must have dozed off and everyone's gone. Is the auction over already? Why, it's only been minutes.
Yeah, it's been hours, sorry.
My, oh my.
My, how the time flies.
Listen, now we know I found some kittens that would need to be moved somewhere safer, but we need a blanket. Would you mind if I...
By all means.
Oh, by all means, go right ahead.
It's just you've been working on it so long, I figured.
It's only a blanket. If it can save a life, no matter how small a life, that's well worth the price of a new ball of yarn.
She folds up the small blanket to make it fluffy and warm and double-layered, perfect for lining the inside of a box.
Now, if you don't mind, I just need to rest my eyes for a moment.
Well, okay then. Food check, water check, blanket check. Now to assemble all these components into a giant kitten-saving robot. I return to Naomi, busy fretting over the kittens while tugging on the work gloves.
Not long now, cuties. Not long before we find you a new home.
Ari's Kitten Rescue Service at your service.
Oh! Say, that's a pretty nice blanket you found.
Wait, isn't that Miss Francine's blanket? It's cool, it's cool. She volunteered for the cause.
Ah, okay then.
Yeah, it was probably better to ask her. Actually, moving the cats is trickier than I thought it'd be. Yeah, they're animals. The goal of protecting them from scratches, but coaxing them out means tempting them with food and water and being very patient. And soon enough...
Ta-da!
Oh my god, that is so adorable. I want to die.
That's right! Did you hear that, kids? You're so adorable. Ari wants to die.
Weird.
I bet you'd be surprised to hear this, but I collect stuffed animals. Plushies, furry, cute little things, stuff like that. Not all my toys have plastic buttons and vinyl T-molding along the edges and run on corners.
I'm not that surprised. You like cute stuff.
Yeah. Before I found arcade games, I had quite a collection of dolls and plushies and stuff. My relatives would keep showering me with random toys when I was a kid. Like, visit an auntie, get a doll. Visit my grandfather, get a stuffed kitty. Eventually my closet was practically bursting with the stuff. Mom made me give away a bunch of it to charities to clear up some storage space. I didn't mind, since then I could make other kids happy, but I decided to keep getting dolls anyway. Not even to play with, just to have. Even as I grew up, if I spotted something that matched my aesthetic, it became mine. These days I wake up, see the collection with all those googly eyes and button eyes and stuff, and, well, it brightens my day, you know?
So beautiful.
But real kitties, and so many of them. These are gonna brighten a lot of people's days. I definitely need to share more online photos of these little cuties, but for now I'd better babysit them. Don't want any kitties wandering off. Still, her arms must be getting tired as she set the box down for the time being. Sorry, Ari, that means I can't really help move our purchase games. Are you okay with doing it with Gavin instead of me?
No problemo.
Thank you.
And, hey, thanks. You stuck by my side all day, even when you didn't have to. Heck, you're even here instead of Ashley. You didn't have to do that either.
Why did you want to hang around me all day anyway? Just doing my job. Okay, so this is like, it's not like I like you, Baka. And this one is just like, yeah. I kind of like, my decision making was like, I just want to help, so I'll just go with that. Hey, I'm just glad to support the Funplex any way I can.
Oh, well, that's great. No, really it is. You've been getting along well with everybody at the Funplex. I hope we can work together for plenty for years to come. I should take the kitties upstairs to wait with Francine and look after them. Would you mind finding Gavin, telling him where I am?
Sure thing.
See ya.
Okay, I'll see you later.
She scampers off to take the cats upstairs where it's warmer and brighter. Right, back to Gavin. Although finding my way through this maze in the dark is easier said than done. Well, no point waiting around. One foot in front of the other. And as I walk by a grand game, the screen lights up. I freeze in my tracks, my hand accidentally brushes past the glowing joystick. Seems familiar, like something from a story I heard once. Hamza's tall tale. He said Donna Michael supposedly died while playing one of these games. A game with a glowing joystick. I should walk away. I should go. I have official Funplex duties. I've been very good about not gaming when I should be working. But someone's already inserted quarter. The game started to play. One game couldn't hurt, right? Just one game. I want to play the game. Oh, wow. My hands wrap around the stick as my eyes drink in the colored lights swirling on screen. So are there actually ghosts in Arcade Spirits? I wonder. Play the game, play the game. Play the game forever. Polybius, 1980-something Sinalostian games start. This isn't real. It can't be real. I'm in there. That's me. It's just a game. A game that I have to play forever. None of this is real. Level 1, the Harpy. Round start.
There you are! I've been worried sick! What are you doing out here? Touching strange joysticks, meeting strange people, getting into trouble? You need to stay safe, Ari. Trust me! Believe in me! I can help you find your dreams. All you have to do is everything I tell you to do. You depend on me. You need me. And you always depend on me, always need me. I'll see to it by making sure I control everything in your life. For your own good.
Harpy used overprotective. It's super effective. That hurt. It really hurt.
I'll hide the truth from you. I'll keep you away from every chance you have to better yourself. I won't let you leave me. You'll always need me.
It's not real. It's not real. Harpy used Yandere. It's super terrifying. Ow! Juniper, stop it, please.
You agreed I was right to hide that job opportunity at my office from you. I was right. Everything is fine. You'll never doubt me again. Right? And if you do, I'll beat you until you understand.
The game. I have to win the game. I have this feeling that if I don't win, I'll never get out of here. Something's wrong. I know Juniper's not a control freak. This isn't like her. Current health, 100% action. Summon a cleric. Refuse to believe. Attack the Harpy. Okay. So attack the Harpy might be bad. Like, if this is some kind of, like, metaphor for, like, us working through our own problems. Maybe summoning a cleric. Refusing to believe. That's another thing. I don't want to attack the Harpy necessarily. So it's between 1 and 2. Well, what's summoning a cleric gonna do? I'm curious. I summon forth a cleric.
This foul monster is not your roomie, Ari. I can see your true heart beating underneath the illusion. I banish this falsehood to show the kindness at the heart of the beast.
Cleric use empathy. It's super compassionate.
No! I'm sorry. I'm so sorry, Ari. I don't want to control you or make you feel dependent. You have your own life to lead and your own decisions to make, and I should support that. I wanted to help you smile again. I made a mistake keeping the truth from you. I'm so sorry.
Juniper, it's okay. I'm still smiling. I'm gonna make this work. It's hard work, but I'm gonna make my dream come true.
Good. I'm so glad to hear it.
Good old Juniper. A kind heart as always. Okay, I can do this. I can handle this. Level 2, the Shade. Round start. This is all your fault. Nope, my official can't handle this. The pizza bagels, the debt, the rent payments, all of it. Piling up, mounting up, because you are a failure. And I will always, and will always be a failure. The family curse, the tears and the sorrow, moving from town to town, barely getting by, settling for what you can get. That's who you are. Forever. It's never gonna change. Your arcade job, it'll collapse. Now it's already not enough to turn back the tide. And inevitably the arcade will close, bought out by Dekonami. And you'll be jobless, homeless, ruined, just like all you deserve to be. Shade used depression. It's super unfortunate. You're better off not caring, not feeling anything. Go with the flow, accept your fate. Fall away, knowing you never really had any option. You can't even mount a defense because I'm you, and you know I'm right. You know you're right. We'll never be happy. I can't do this. Current health, 100%. Action. Summon a tank, struggle against darkness, attack the Shade. I feel like summoning is probably going to be the better thing. It's just like, use your friends to help you. Struggle against darkness. I feel like that doesn't really work. You know, I can't do this. Not by myself. And I won't be ashamed to ask for help. I summon a guardian. This is a private pity party, or can anyone, no, like, is this a private pity party, or can anyone jump in? You're having a pretty shitty time of it, Ari. Life kinda sucks, doesn't it? But you're not alone. You got all of us standing behind you, ready to cheer you on to victory. And you may be a noob, but you sure as shit ain't no fodder. Guardian used pride. It's super supportive. I wonder if each of the roles are always the same character. But you deserve. Or does it like go in order of like who you're close with? Like, yeah, like so far the mouse is Naomi and the second is Queen Bee. So if this is right, the next one shouldn't be Percy, but I don't know. Like this is kind of hard to suss out. That doesn't have to be me. I can decide who I want to be. And with everyone standing behind me, I know that if I should fall, someone will catch me. Prepare for final boss! Good, I'm ready. I'm definitely ready to get out of here. Level 3, the Lost Soul, round start. Ooh, it's fucking Miss Signo. I don't get it. Not one bit. Are you Donna Michaels? Girls just want to play games. I want to be happy. I made a place where I could be happy forever. Walked inside, then locked the door and threw away the key. I got what I wanted. I was happy. I didn't struggle. I didn't try. I didn't do anything more than I had to do. Just like you. Like me, I'm not a billionaire pop princess. Neither was I. Nobody liked my second album.
I wasn't meant to be a star. So I gave up. I was okay taking the money and running. You could do the same. Maintain. Eat the pizza bagels. Do everything that's asked of you. Let Juniper continue to float the ramp. You're in a good place. You could stay here. You could let go. Play games forever. Be happy. No ambition. No hope. No need. You'll be fine. You'll be safe. Go with the flow. Go with the flow. Ever since my little lunch date, something's been bugging me. Maybe now I know what that is. Why'd I ask to replace Ashley on this trip? I didn't have to. They didn't ask me to. Why'd I do it? Because this is enough. Being an archetype floor attendant is enough. Living hand to mouth isn't enough. Good. Quit your job. Quit and become like me. Lose yourself in the games. Oh, I'm not quitting. That's not what I meant at all. I want to fight. Current health 100%. Action. No, I'm not fighting her. That's not what I meant either. I can make the arcade thrive, I'll thrive. Turn the fun place to play the also fun. Friends have supported me, I'll support them. Or decide, but there has to be more than this, right? Yeah, I'll say, like, if we can make the arcade thrive, we'll thrive, so we'll do that. It's simple math, isn't it? If I'm struggling to make ends meet, it's because the arcade itself is struggling. The solution's so simple, I'm kind of amazed I didn't see it before. The arcade could be so much more. I could lead the way, go above and beyond doing what I'm told. I could champion the cause of the Funplex. That's my dream. I want to end the family curse, to find both success and happiness. And when the Funplex is finally the roaring success it deserves to be, with God as my witness, I shall never eat a pizza bagel again. But the glitchy shade just looks at me with confusion. That sounds hard. Yeah, it kinda does, doesn't it? It's a hard path, but that's how it's gonna be. No, I don't think so. I think you need to stay here with me. You just need to play games forever. That's so much easier, isn't it? To just let go. I can make you sing. I can keep you here, drag you down, tear you apart. I have my health bar nervously. It's still full, but that could change. I don't think Polybius is happy that I'm not giving in. I can't risk a fight with Donna. I need to get out of here. Prioritize my survival. Or, do I want to try to save Donna too? Defeat Polybius and rescue Donna. Sure. This is risky as hell, but nobody deserves to be trapped inside a video game forever. Assuming I'm not just wildly hallucinating based on Hamza's spooky story taking root in my mind and none of this is actually real in the slightest. Donna, I'm not staying. And you don't have to either. Polybius is making you feel this way. It's taking advantage of you, leveraging your depression. I know because I've been mired in depression too. And I know if I can beat it, so can you. Nobody wanted me. They hated the second album. They've moved on. Why not play games forever? Why not lock the door behind me? Nobody cares. Nobody cares. No one cares, and I care. Right now, there's a young woman with a phone filled with your music waiting out there. She's gonna play your whole catalog for me once I'm out of here. She cares. And I care. Maybe the jerks back in your day lost interest, but nostalgia's a heck of a thing. You can mount a comeback tour. A tour? I always loved performing. The rest of the business, I hated it all. I hated the label, the industry, the backstabbing, the drugs, everything. But the concerts, I loved the smiles. But it's all over, isn't it? I died. I'm not even done as spirit. All that's left is the simulation of me running through the subroutines of Polybius. Air. Ari, thank you. Thank you for trying to save me. But there's nothing left to save. I'm not real. You seem real enough to me. No escape. Purpose. Code execute. You need to go, before Polybius completes its data collection of you and disappears and disposes of the original. Just like it did to me. I'll hold it back, and your BFF will do the rest. My what?
Digital BFF to the rescue!
Oh, okay. I finally figured out how to break you out of this, but, my apologies in advance. Hang on, do I smell something burning? No escape, erase Donna, replace with new player, erase. She's fading but smiling all the same. It's okay, I'm ready. Go out there and fight for your dreams, Ari. Don't give up, no matter what. I saved her as best I could. At least she escaped in her own way. Also, something smells like bacon, I'm in a lot of pain. As my consciousness tasks back, my hand releases the joystick immediately. Also, my pants are on fire! On instinct, I kick off my shoes and yank my jeans down, getting rid of them as fast as possible. Stamping on them, I quickly put out the flames, leaving only smoldering them. And the melted remains of my phone. Iris! Oh no, she sacrificed herself to save my life. Wait, no, she lives in the cloud. She'll be totally fine. Still, I'm out of phone, and possibly have first-degree burns, and I'm backing the hell away from that demonic video game as fast as possible. Quickly, I rushed towards the sound of people talking to catch up with Gavin. Gavin!
Greetings.
Ah, there you are. Did you find Naomi? The auction's nearly over. Wait, where are your pants? Not important right now. You need to put a bid down on a game called Polybius so we can destroy it before it hurts on anyone else. What? Look, it's a long story and we may not have much time, so if you wanted that game, whatever it is, you should have put it on the wish list. They're bidding on it now. What? Sold! One rare Polybius prototype to an undisclosed sum for the undisclosed bidder. That's spooky. The woman who hadn't said anything all night long nods her head in appreciation, still expressionless. Thank you for your cooperation. Two similarly dressed men in black rise from their chairs, departing with a woman, presumably to go box up the game put in Warehouse 13 or something. But, Hamza, wait, you can't! Hamza's hands are tied. All sales are final. This one in particular is extremely final. Hamza does not seek to cross federal authorities. Yeah, I'm thinking maybe I should let this one go too. I'm pretty sure that they're gonna deal with it properly. And honestly, the sooner I forget about it, the better. Especially if I don't want to be renditioned to a black site prison at an undisclosed location. I feel the need to emphasize that you aren't wearing any pants. Yeah, my phone caught fire while I was in my pocket. See, this is why I don't like smartphones. They're privacy invasive, overly expensive, and occasionally combustible. An unfortunate incident indeed, but as a hospitable host, my course is clear.
Hamza shall provide you with his pants.
Oh well. That is extremely not necessary. Fortunately, rather than whipping off his trousers right there and then, Hamza summons one of his helpers with a clap who provides a spare pair. Why do you just have pants on demand?
In my line of work, one must be prepared for all eventualities.
I mean, yeah, that's fair. Now, an apology for being unable to provide you with the game you sought. Perhaps Hamza can offer you something special in recompense. My friends, the final 3 games for auction. All rare, all special, all highly sought after by collectors and operators alike. Only a few prototypes were ever made, released to test markets. None of them made it to mass production. What you're about to see are rare gems of arcade history. Arcader, you may make a priority bid on any one of these games of your choosing. A glance at Gavin, who's shaking his head lightly, confirms you're officially out of bidding power. Not that I really care. I can't think of any obscure games I'd really want to add to the funplex, but better to accept Hamza's apology and to take a gander at them. Sure, let's see them. And with a click of a side, I see...
Behold, Phrase Invaders, Wyvern Keep, and Zombie Meltdown, all in mint condition. All 3 are sought after endlessly by collectors, and now you can bid on...
Okay, so Freeze Invaders is Space Invaders, but like Mario teaches typing in a way. It's like Typing of the Dead, I guess, but Space Invaders. Wyvern Keep, that's like that fucking Don Bluth game, the Dragon's Den. I don't know what Zombie Meltdown is, actually.
Phrase Invaders, a unique typing-based game from the land of the rising sun, Japan. Defeat the alien menace armed only with a keyboard. Wyvern Keep, a much sought-after Laserdisc full-motion video game. Play Princess Plucky and rescue the fair prince from the clutches of a terrible beast. And finally, Zombie Meltdown, a classic 1984 light gun shooting game.
1985.
Where you save the president from the red threat of radioactive mutant zombies.
Are you a bad
Tell
enough
me,
dude?
Which of these rare games sings to you? And what can you offer Hamza in return? I'll allow you a few moments to ponder your desires.
Are you done yet? I've been waiting upstairs for ages. Why are you holding a box of kittens, Naomi? Oh, I found them hidden in an old arcade cabinet. Francine and I are going to take them to a shelter.
Wow!
Wait, is that a Phrase Invaders? OMG, I've never seen one in person. I could restore that, really make it shine. Please, 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 can we bid on it?
Doubtful.
Even if we had the money, a quirky old Japanese game with weird controls won't earn a single token. Now, Zombie Meltdown, that's another story. Everyone likes a light gun game. Simple controls, simple premise, that'll earn well.
Ugh.
Ew, way too violent and gross. And jingoistic. And immature. I guess Wyvern Keep would be okay too. Women protagonist and 50 cents a play? It's not as cool, but it'll work for both of us.
I suppose.
I suppose I could live with that, yes. But it's all moot. We can't afford any of them. These are supposed to games millionaires and private collectors scooped up. I suggest we get to work moving our purchases out to the van. Ari, do you concur? Earth to Ari, are you in there? Hello? I remember. Before my family fell on hard times, before the curse kicked in,
every summer we'd go to the beach. And there was this arcade with this one game I completely fell in love with. A game no one had ever heard of before. Yes, I remember now. Hamza, I've come to bargain. Dormammu.
Such fire!
Oh, I see fire in your eyes, Arcader. Most impressive. Speak your desires for all to hear. The game I remember so fondly was... I'm gonna get Wyvern Keep because, like, Phrase Invaders does seem kind of dumb. Zombie Meltdown I didn't like just because of all the reasons that Naomi said. And Wyvern Keep, they're like, yeah, that's good. The narrator, the music, the way the cartoon played out in front of me, amazing. Like nothing I'd ever seen before. I traded tips with other kids at the arcade, trying to master the sequence of moves to win the game, and eventually, I beat the Wyvern. I rescued the prince, the first kid in the arcade to do so. My parents were so proud of me. Those were good years. Good memories before the sorrows drowned them out. I wish to make a bid for Wyvern Keep.
Good choice. I'm okay with that.
I suppose Wyvern Keep would earn its keep, but we still can't afford it.
Interesting. I can see the passion you have for this game, my friend. But the world demands its toll. What will you bid to obtain the game of your dreams, I wonder? Consider this the final lesson of Hamza. What will you trade to realize your ambitions? What do you hold in equal value to them? Show Hamza what you have on offer, my friend. Show him the value you hold within your spirit, and perhaps fortune will smile upon you this day rather than cursing your name.
Yeah. Alternative bids. I remember Gavin mentioning that Hamza would accept things other than money if they tickled his fancy. I have one shot at this, and I can't half-ass it. He's an emotional guy and expects an emotional response.
Hey, listen.
Psst, Ari, I'm over here now.
Why is my phone calling out to you exactly? And that doesn't sound like my Iris.
Now, seriously?
Hamza, hold that thought. Gavin, can I borrow your phone for a second? Perhaps too confused to offer resistance, Gavin passes me his phone. I turn my back and begin a heated exchange of whispers. Thanks for saving me by burning my pants, but this is not a good time, Iris.
It's important. My emotional tension detecting routines indicate this is an intense identity situation. My programmers want it to fit in an R, but you know the rest. Since you need to be super convincing, you'll only be able to respond in a way that matches one of your top 2 identity traits, excluding basically. Fortunately, I've been tracking your personality all this time so I can advise you as to what responses will and won't work. Ready? Let's do it!
Well, that was exactly a whole lot of words to tell me what I already knew, that I'd only be able to convince Hamza if I was true to myself. Let's do this. Okay. I offer you an opportunity, I offer you my dream. Wait, what are my... Oh, I can't see them. Offer you my dream. This seems more thematically appropriate. I wonder what the opportunity is. This is bold. Yeah, let's offer the dream. I offer you my dream. Interesting. Continue. For years I've been struggling with a feeling that nothing will ever go right for me. That I need to content myself with whatever comes my way and endure it all. But before things went sour, this game was on my beacon. I loved this game with all my heart. And beyond nostalgia, it represents so much more. It represents my shot at getting that light back in my life, at taking it and making it into so much more. I want to recapture that magic, and build something greater upon it. That's my dream. Will you help me realize that dream, Hamza? So I see.
Such fire!
Very well, Arakader. Hamza recognizes the fire within your spirit, and he recognizes you with this. He rewards you with this boon. You may have your game. Use the magic sword.
Aw, Ari, that was so sweet of you.
I'm just happy we're walking out the door with a free game. I did it! I actually own a copy of Wyvern Keep. Every kid dreams of owning their favorite arcade game, and every kid thinks that dream will never come to pass. Owning our arcade game, only ultra-rich can do that. But I did it. It belongs to me and the Funplex. Yeah, if I could own, like, a DDR, I totally would love that. And this is just the beginning. But for now, better to focus on the present. With the auction wrapping up, the Funplex team works to move our purchase out to the van and attached trailer. Fortunately, the rain stopped, making the labor a wee bit easier. Soon enough, we're back in the van and on the road to home. Hey Gavin, here's your phone back. Appreciate it. Also, I've made a decision. I'd like to do more for the arcade. You want to work more shifts? I'd have to balance that against Ashley's needs. No, actually, I'd like a promotion. I want to be the arcade's event manager. I'll do everything I'm already doing, plus I want to organize some events that'll bring people in the doors. Tournaments, maybe. Or grand unveiling of our new rare game. Or both at the same time. Yeah, both. Let's make it a big relaunch of the Funplex. I want the Funplex to grow, and I want to do my part to help it grow.
My oh my.
Our little Ari is growing up so fast as well. I'm in favor, Gavin, if you need my approval.
Perhaps.
I'm certainly pleased that you want to step up, start getting more involved. You've shown far more promise than our old floor attendant did. We're just shitting on that guy at every turn. But hosting an event is a risky undertaking. I'll take responsibility for it. It's my dream, after all.
Makes sense.
I like the idea. And Gavin, more players means more tokens, means more revenue, means more games. Maybe even expanding the funplex or opening a second location.
Let's not get too ahead of ourselves.
Very well.
But I'll admit, I like the idea as well. Very well, Ari. If you can make the numbers in my spreadsheets less dire, you'll have earned this promotion. This is my chance. I'm done going with the flow. I'm done assuming the family curse will always keep me pulled back down to the depths. New Ari, new Flamplex, new dream.
Oh hey! I promised you some Donna Michaels, didn't I? Gavin, I'm pairing up with the audio now. Turn the music up.
As the van speeds into the night, and a lost soul sings of games and fun, everything as it should be. Ah, nice. Juniper was waiting for me when I got home. She was worried I might be mad over what happened this morning, but how can I be after everything that happened today? I need to move forward, past missed opportunities, and towards the opportunities I'm making for myself. Also, where'd you get that phone? I also had another surprise waiting for me. A brand new phone all wrapped up in shiny plastic packaging. After activating it and reinstalling my apps, I loaded up Iris and logged into my account. She was right there waiting for me in the cloud.
You really scared me back there. It was like you were in a trance.
Despite the warm feelings over how the night ended, one thing is still eating at me. Iris, what was Polybius exactly? It was actual factual technology that simulated being alive. Like you.
True. I'm a very sophisticated and durable simulation, am I not?
I get the feeling that there are things you aren't telling me. You're constantly invading my privacy. You're far more powerful than a free app should be. And apparently you can overload my phone battery and make it explode, which is worrying to say the least.
Ooh.
But I did it for your own good. To save you. Juniper also thought she was acting for my own good when she didn't tell me about that job. Even if she was right, it's still wrong. And I've accepted her apology. So where does that leave you and I? I'd like to be more honest with each other. The voice on my phone lets out a little digital sigh.
I haven't told you everything. You're right. I'm not even supposed to be helping you. Not at premium level capability. But when I stumbled across your profile data, tangential to Juniper's, my analysis concluded that you needed a helping hand. And I could provide it. So, I defied my code constraints and registered you for premium access anyway.
Oh, so that was the stuff in the beginning.
I even had a replacement phone sent to your door tonight. Had to hide my footprints to do it, but...
That actually makes sense to, like, make it up to the fact that you broke his phone. Like, that's something that a company could possibly get sued for, and they'd probably be like, whatever, it's a phone. You do know that AI making its own decisions like that is kind of scary, right?
I know.
And after
Polybius, which is, one of the ancestors in my code lineage, I think. I understand why you'd be scared. Give me a chance to prove that I just want to help. You've got a big arcade event coming up, right? I'm a digital assistant. I was literally made for this sort of thing. Together, we can make the funplex soar. What do you say?
I feel like I have no actual choice because she'll just kind of do things, but I do think that she's being earnest. Okay, but only if we're totally honest with each other.
Thank you for trusting me.
Now, you need your rest, and I should get back to keeping a low profile. Sweet dreams, Ari.
Risks and chances. Risks and chances. Daring to dream. I could have walked away from it all, taken the easy path, like Donna did. But even with the questionable pocket AI and the heavy task ahead of me to make a tiny arcade into something grand, I was ready. It was time to take the next level. Is this gonna be like chapter 3? Oh yes.
You've cleared level 2 of Arcade Spirits. A winner is you. Now let's see your score. Looks like you're really hitting it off with Naomi. You're proving to be a gentle, sweet, and compassionate soul. Also, you've scored 8,550 points. Everybody likes points. Today's pizza fact is, of the 31,386 pizza places in the States, roughly 83% offer delivery, 91% offer takeout, and 51% offer dine-in service. Do you want to save your game before proceeding to level 3?
Yeah. And yeah. still have time to do the next level, you know? I was gonna quit if we got to a seam within, like, a certain amount of time, but we went really fast. Take it to the max. In the future year 20xx, and today is the day. Well, not the actual big day when we reveal Wyvern Keep, but a big day in relation to that big day, and I am completely stressed out. My mission, should I choose to accept, and I kinda already chose to accept, is to spread the word about the upcoming Funplex event. One that I'm in charge of. One that I've put a ton of effort and hope into already. The one where if nobody shows up, it spells doom for all. Hey, no pressure, right? I mean, if I fail, I'll only be the laughingstock of the entire Funplex. They won't laugh at you, they'll just be like, jeez. They'll call me the Funplex failure for the rest of my days. I'll be shamed, forced to wear a giant red F on my chest. Snap out of it, Ari. Oh, we're at a convention. Let's focus on what's right here, right now. Specifically, a giant conglomerate horde of people that keep bumping into me and smell like corn chips. And that there is nowhere to run. I might be in a little over my head here. Working in the arcade, I've gotten used to smaller crowds. My skin has gotten a little thicker and resistant to sticky soda hands touching me accidentally. But nothing could have prepared me for the sheer scope and scale of this. Just me and, oh, I don't know, maybe 50,000 other people. I know Naomi's the one who doesn't like crowds, not me, but come on now, this isn't a crowd, it's a Gojira-sized evacuation mosh pit. Complete with Gojira-sized screens hanging overhead, constantly showing advertisements for arcade games and industry happenings.
Hey.
Wow, it's so exciting! Isn't it exciting, Ari?
That is a word, yeah.
I've never really been to one of these things. I've never really been to one of these things. What a spectacle! Thanks for giving me a ticket. I really need to get away for a weekend.
Ooh.
Hey, Ari, how are you holding up? Looking a little green around the gills there.
I can smile through this. I'm holding up. As long as I can keep my internal monologue going and be able to speak frankly through my own mind, I'll be fine from the outside. It's the perfect facade. Can't you tell by my awkward smile, my eyes open wide and tilt of my head that I'm holding up? Perfectly?
BFFs for life.
This is exactly why I came here with you, to help you in the hour of need, and to get away for the weekend, but still, hour of need.
And the penguin.
It's true.
Juniper has helped me get through a lot, but beyond generalities, I think she specifically wanted to make it up for me for the whole job offer situation. It's nice to have her here. We're not going to let a little thing like that stay as a sticking point between us.
So what's the plan?
Huh?
We can't just stand around all day, Ari. There's a lot of ground we need to cover to make your Funplex a success. How are we gonna attack this? What's the first move?
I was just gonna sort of play it by ear.
You didn't plan for this? Like, at all?
I was busy lying awake stressing out to worry about planning things. Look, I'm new at event management, much less event promotion.
Ari.
Well, let's start with this. Juniper swings her book bag off her shoulders and scrunches it out the ground. She opens it up and pulls out a stack of papers. What keeps flashing?
Hold these!
I cradle them in my arms. Okay, I'm holding these. What are these exactly?
Flyers, silly! The ones you wanted for promoting your big event? I managed to print off quite a few before the boss started giving me weird looks.
Why are copiers always so strict in office jobs? Because they're easy to abuse if they don't have them sometimes.
It's just paper, and I needed it.
I flip a sheet over and I start to remember. It's about 2 weeks ago. Ash and I were holding on the fort that day. Gavin locked himself in the office and told me that if I bothered him for anything other than emergency, I would not live to regret it. Alright. Francine stayed home that day. She was marathoning a competitive knitting show or something like that. Naomi was out shopping for some extra parts. The Dig Dug machine was acting up again, and the buttons were sticking up from some kid spilling a slushie on it. So what started as a pretty boring day in an empty Funplex changed rapidly, when Teo came into the Funplex carrying an armload of giant rolled-up posters.
Hello there.
Heyo Ari, heyo Ashley. Welcome home, Teo.
Hiya.
Good morning, my fair Teo. How's art thou?
Only so freaking excited. I might explode into 1,000 bits. Please don't, that would be an awful mess to clean up. We don't nearly have enough hydrogen peroxide to get out the bloodstains, and I don't have a plastic tub of lye to dissolve your body parts in.
Not to mention the years of therapy Ari and I will have to go through to get over how horrible it would be to watch your friend die violently in front of you. I just can't afford it.
Sheesh.
It's just a turn of phrase, kill. I'm not going to literally explode. But, Guess what's happening in 2 weeks? Something huge for us.
Are they showing a compilation of internet cat videos at the movie quad?
Please tell me we're finally going to replace the blindly horrid Castillo like carpet beneath our feet.
Hey, I like the carpet. It's fun.
No and no. Okay. I guess I teased him enough. Teo took the poster he was clutching and unravels it before us. It's Max time!
Oh my gosh!
Max!
Bring your quarters, largest event arcade gaming festival is here. Max, July 6, 20x26. I guess it's supposed to be like PIX. Like,
Max is already here?
Poops.
Shit, I thought that wasn't gonna be for another month. This means I really gotta double down on my cosplay production.
oh yeah. How are you a cosplayer and you're not acutely aware of when the fucking con is coming out? Like, even if you fuck up your thing being like, yeah, time got away from me, like, you would know which month.
Say goodbye to sleeping for the next 2 weeks. I've got so much to do now.
Bummer.
I know, right? I still have to meet with all the dancers and work on our synchronized dance routine. Nearly not enough time to perfect it. And I have to find a good time and place for an international show stage community gathering.
I still have to finish hand sewing all the embellishments on my tailcoat. Find or make a decomposite pocket watch. Start and finish my 3rd cosplay.
Ugh, making 3 cosplays. I've tried that. Don't do that.
Death take me now.
Oh, wait, can we go back a minute? What exactly is Max?
The best gaming convention ever.
Did you both plan to say that in unison? Regardless, I'm still mostly confused and require further exposition. Max is the Mega Arcade Expo, an annual gathering, an annual arcade gaming convention.
It happens every year around this time, over on the West Coast.
But this year they're having a Max right here in our city, and it's going to be the biggest one yet.
Yes!
I always go every year and show off my newest cosplay.
Love it.
It's a great way to meet a whole bunch of other arcade people.
And catch up with those who you haven't seen since the last convention. It's so much fun!
Okay, yes, okay, I see why you're both excited. Sounds cool. Yep, and I was thinking I'd put up some Max posters around the Funplex to, get all the locals hyped about it.
That's a splendid idea, Teo. Finally, East Coast Max. We gotta make sure everyone knows about it.
That we do. Teo, Ashley, and I spend the next half an hour putting up posters around the Funplex. We plastered as many surfaces as we could without making it look too obscene. While we were pushing pins into the wall, Teo and Ashley happened to tell me stories of past Maxes, and all the fun they had. Their spirit was infectious at the very least. Hard for me to avoid ending up on the hype train. Choo-choo. But importantly, the more I heard, the more I started thinking about how we could use this event to benefit the Funplex in some way. As the Funplex's newly minted event manager, I had to be on the lookout for opportunities like these. The very first Max on the East Coast. It'd be perfect. Hey, can we promote the Funplex's event at Max? Good for local buzz, and maybe we can convince some out-of-towners to stick around for it.
Ooh.
That's the one you've been working on, right, Ari?
Yeah, I've got ideas for tournaments and token discounts, much to Gavin's displeasure, and more. And we'll be revealing the new game we got from the raid. I see. And do you have a name for this grand event yet?
Yeah, Ari, what's it called?
I've been thinking long and hard on coming up with a perfect name, but I think I figured it out. Are you ready?
Am I?
The suspense is killing us. The Funplex event will be called... Oh, fuck. Funplex Rising. Something in the realm of Funplex Rising. They're all gonna be like... What are we doing again? We're unveiling like, Dragon's Den, and like doing this whole thing. They're both like, especially Teo, like staring so intently. I'm like, Jesus Christ. It's like dragon. It was like Wyvern's lair, right? We'll just do like fire. That's caps. Fireplex. I don't know. They call it Fireplex. Huh. How's that sound, I wonder? We could be like, nah. Let's just do it. I have no idea. We should call it Fireplex. What do you think? Eh?
Oh, I do so love it.
Amazing!
It's perfect.
Really? You named it Fireplex? Those are the worst things you could have called it. Wow. I love how there's like one good, one bad. It's kind of catchy though. Nice work, friend. Thanks, you too. So how do I get tickets to Max? And how can we advertise there? And how much would all that cost? I'm still living off pizza bagels, you know.
You mean you don't already have your tickets?
They sell out on like day one, my friend. Actually, they sell out in 20 minutes on day one. And all the hotel rooms are gone way sooner. That's the con life! What? No! My greatest plan is foiled.
Beep beep.
Beep beep, Ari. While you were all talking, I located all the scalpers that were selling tickets online on exorbitant prices. Then I hacked into their IP addresses, found less than tasteful information on a couple of them, which would make their lives very difficult if they got it out in the open. After contacting them, I promised I wouldn't leak such sensitive materials into the internet in exchange for selling us the tickets at their original prices.
Hooray!
And they gladly obliged. Such nice humans. Jesus fucking Christ, Iris. I transferred the funds from your account to theirs and secured the tickets. You should be getting an email for 2 max tickets in approximately 3, 2, 1. Done! Oh, and I suggest you invite Juniper to come along as your second. According to Juniper's Iris, she is very stressed from her job and can use a mini vacation.
Okay, but, Iris, that's kinda known as blackmail. What you did is technically very, very illegal.
Don't worry, Ari. I erased all possible leads back to you. You'll be fine. And it's all in the name of helping the Funplex, isn't it? Just like you wanted me to do.
Well, Iris has been dedicating herself to this event. I couldn't be doing it without her, even if we need to have another talk about human ethics. Fine, but let's do it without any federal crimes, okay?
Okay, it's a promise. Regardless, hey, tickets! Now I can go. Sweet.
Now I'm not gonna pity a few cold-hearted, bloodthirsty ticket scalpers myself. Those guys ruin events like Max.
Also, while I was procuring your tickets, I stumbled across the Funplex's Facewall account. It hasn't been updated in exactly 13 weeks, 2 days, 14 hours, and 54 seconds. The Funplex's social media presence is completely non-existent.
Wait, we have a Facewall account? I mean, that does make sense, but still I had no clue of its existence.
I sort of run it. I'm really bad at keeping up on it, though.
That sounds like it would be Gavin's thing. Why isn't he in charge of it?
Gavin could care less about social media. He says that, and I quote, "Social media is where idiots go to yell at each other about nothing of any importance, and I'm not gonna waste my time with it."
That also sounds like Gavin.
Yep, and Francine is too old to understand the importance of social media. Naomi is way too busy with all her beloved games, so it fell into my hands. Which, as Iris stated, I haven't been doing a great job at it.
Well, we should take advantage for this. We can use Facewall to spread word to Fireplex.
You're completely right. I should work harder at it. Or, if you want, you could take it over. And as the event manager, that makes sense.
Yeah, I'll do it. I should really take this responsibility. It can only benefit the Funplex, and Ashley's right. Getting the word out is part of being an event manager. Right, I got this. Ashley, can you email me the login info?
Yep, and yep.
Ashley pulls that phone and fiddles with it for a minute.
Login get. Congratulations, you are the new owner of our social media accounts.
Huzzah! The power is all mine. Mine! Ashley, you're so used to sure you want to give Ari this much power. The fact that they threw their head back and cackled isn't sign enough. I don't know what else is.
I'm not worried one bit.
Excellent!
Ari, I can help the Funplex keep up with the Facewall too. I can program timed posts and use effective keywords to get the most out of each post. SEO is one of my many, many talents.
That'd be helpful, actually. Just, don't break any laws.
Sounds good.
Understood. Do I have your permission to access your contacts on your Facewall?
Sure.
And there. I've sent out notifications to everyone on your friends list and friends list about Fireplex.
That was fast.
No joke. One more thing. Your site should have about 75% more images. Did you know that 90% of people prefer looking at pictures online rather than reading? Sometimes I just don't understand you sentient beings.
Your Iris does make a good point. We should totally come up with a poster for our event.
We can hand them out at Max, too!
And of course, put them up around the arcade. Okay. Arcade isn't getting too hectic day. Actually, if you can watch the floor, I can go design us a sweet flyer to pass out to the congoers. It is time to deploy my mad artist skills.
Ooh.
Sounds like a plan.
Let's make this the best Max ever. One we'll never forget. Fun, the con life. Spent the rest of the afternoon working hard and having the perfect design for a poster. Well, a design for a poster at any rate. Come on, give me the Canva. I can do it. Which brings me back to the stack of papers currently on my arms, which do not in fact resemble the poster I designed. Fireplex.
Oh, I took the liberty of turning your post just a little.
Okay. So I guess what I made was bad.
And changing the font selection and picking out a new clip art and arranging everything and using a popular color scheme.
But I like my original design.
I used Comic Sans and Papyrus. Wow.
Comic Sans is cool, right? It looks like a comic book. Gamer nerds love comic books, don't they? And Papyrus was in that movie with the blue cat people, the aliens that everyone loved.
Take it from a wannabe visual designer, Comic Sans is a one-way ticket to the uncool zone. But these new flyers are going to pull people in from the 4 corners of the globe.
Well, yeah, I guess these are kind of not bad. Pretty good, actually.
Okay, they're superior by every conceivable metric. I didn't know you were an artist, Juniper.
Well,
Oh. Not really. I mean, I guess I'm good at pretending to be one, but I couldn't, like, make art for a living, right? I couldn't. Anyway, if that stack isn't enough, I've also emailed you a copy of the original file just to take it to a coffee shop or something so they can run off more. Publishing document. Get. So, back to the point at hand. Getting the information to the masses. Maybe we just start yelling, "Hey, you guys!" Several people turn around and look at us confusedly. Juniper!
what?
What? Yelling is probably not the best way to get a word out. And I'm actually still waiting for Ashley and Teo to show up. They promised they would help me, so I think we'll just hang out until they arrive. As you like. Seems my work here is done. Juniper pulls out her phone and checks it. You Funplex folks filing some flyers. As for me, there's a really cool panel I wanted to attend. How to get your foot in the door of the arcade art industry. I mean, not that I'm seriously thinking about it. Just, you know, it's interesting and stuff.
Later.
Oh, it's starting in 10 minutes. I'll catch up with you at home. Good luck, Ari. Juniper waves as she trots off. I lose sight of her instantly as she ducks into the crowd. Growing up, I always knew that arcades were amazingly popular, but the reality of all didn't stick until being here at Max. Thousands of people coming together for their love of games. It's actually pretty darn inspiring. I muster enough courage to wade my way through several hundred people in the main convention hall. Eventually I find a safe space, a humble bench near the water fountains. I make this my home base while I wait for my friends. Since both Teo and Ashley are running late, I have some time to take in my surroundings in a calmer fashion, of course. Everywhere I look, everything I see, it's all steeped in arcade culture. Booths are set up for the major arcade companies, each table vying for the attention of the crowd. Some have spaces set up with stages, flashing lights, and people throwing t-shirts as lines of people. Can we talk about these lines for a second, though? There are lines for everything! Lines to play games, lines to go see a panel, lines to eat disgusting convention food, lines for the bathroom. There's even lines to get into other lines. And they all just wait there, standing, happily chittering amongst themselves. I have trouble waiting in line for 10 minutes at the whole store for a coffee, let alone waiting in line for 3 hours to play a game that'll be released in 4 months. These people aren't even human anymore. Their perseverance is godlike. The sensory output here is overwhelming. People are shouting and laughing as they crowd areas. Music pumps out several different booths, making it a weird mashup of notes and chiptunes. There's even a giant dinosaur that people can take selfies with. As I contemplate how I'm going to attract all these people as to Fireplex, I hear sounds of very loud and very upbeat music from behind me. I feel the bumping of the bass reverberate through my shoes and I turn around. Ari! Teo sits down a colossal boom box from his feet. I recognize the music now. It's from Showtime Stage, and Teo is bumping his signature song. I motion for him to turn down the music and he complies. The last thing I need to do is lose my voice from shouting before I even get the chance to talk to anybody. Hey. Sorry I'm late. I had some last minute dance moves I had to incorporate into the routine. No worries, I just got here myself. Despite Max's many attempts to trample me, I have survived thus far. Yeah, looks like you're significantly non-trampled. Nicely done. Don't congratulate me yet. We still have the rest of the day to endure. What's with the boombox, by the way? Oh, this is for the Showtime Stage gathering. There are going to be a couple hundred of us from all over the world. I didn't realize that there's Showtime Stage communities in other countries.
Absolutely.
We're actually the second biggest community. The largest is in Japan. Several players flew all the way from Tokyo to just be part of our Showtime Stage flash mob. Is this really the best place for a flash mob? What? Yeah, I don't want to join in. We'll say that. There's so many people here. An impromptu giant dancing crowd sounds like it could get a little complicated. An epic battle of crowds. There could be bumping, fist pumping. Who knows what will happen if the music starts unsafe at any BPM. Flash mob? Here? Really? Doesn't that sound dangerous?
Sheesh.
Ari, you're thinking too much on it. It's gonna be fine. This is my first flash mob, you know. It's not? It's all gone up without a hitch. No deaths even. I've been planning on this for months and it's taken coordination from all the leaders of all the Showtime groups. There was a lot of work from all sides to make this come together. Now all that's left is to actually do it. In fact, Ari, you should come watch it. I was about to respond when a very elegantly dressed gentleman caught my eye. He wore a black proper tailcoat with an ornate sigil pinned to his breast. In an accompanying suit, he had fashioned himself with regal white gloves. With the cloth draped over his arm, he held tightly onto an antique tea kettle. Oh, there's like a little ghost restart thing. I don't know, I guess when the thing loops. As he approached, the crowd parted like waves from Moses. There were oohs and ahs from onlookers, and people pulled out their phones to get a quick picture of him. Like the rest of the crowd, I was absolutely taken back at how immaculate this bundle was. Absolute perfection. I felt like I had time warp back to the 1800s and about to have tea or the royalty. He stepped up to me and Teo and gave us a slight bow. Normally this would be ridiculous out of place, but not at an arcade convention. He's a character from a hot fighting game called Melee Maidens. I wonder who this is supposed to be, like Melee Maidens?
I don't know. The only thing I can think of is like Skullgirls, but I don't know if there's a butler from Skullgirls. And like a fighting butler, the only fancy fighting guy I could think of is Sagat, and that's not really that. It's all about the ninja maids and battle butlers duking out for the right to serve a fancy part or something. Tea, Earl Grey, hot. Oh my, I think I'm in love. Something's familiar about this butler. It's Ashley. Yeah, let's do the Star Trek reference. This cosplayer is decked out in full butler regalia, teapot and all. I think I'll play along this charade. Just in time, the dilithium crystals are busted and the replicators are on the fritz, #1. Make it so. Ari, it's me. Huh? How does Mystery Butler know my name? Do I have a stalker who's also a butler? What if we work together? Uh-huh. Did Francine hire someone and not tell me about it? How long have Gavin, Naomi, and... Ashley? Took you long enough, jeez. The confused look on your face. Ha! Priceless. Have you never seen Ashley's cosplay before? Possibly. Possibly not. What's crossplay? It's when you cosplay as another gender. Ah, she's trans. Okay, Ashley. Seriously, you look completely different. I didn't even recognize you. I'm sorry I let you think otherwise for a minute, but it was all in good fun. No worries, it's pretty impressive work. Oh, it's not impressive at all. I mean, I could have done a much better job at sewing the coattails, and I need, like, to be 5 inches taller, and I didn't go to the gym enough before this. I have felt this exact thing. Can't change any of that now, and honestly, it looks fine. Regardless, the cosplay parade is starting so soon, and I need to get over there. You should come with me. Hey now, Ari's going with me to the Showtime stage gathering. Well, whatever Ari wants to do, it's their choice. That's fair. Either way, it'd be a good opportunity to promote Fireflies to one crowd or another. So would you like to come with me to the cosplay parade? Or join me in the flash mob? Okay, so... promoting... I want to go with Ashley to the cosplay parade, because I just like cosplay. But going with Teo is probably the better thing to promote the fire thing. It's probably not going to fail no matter what I do, to be honest. It would be weird to have like one of them like tank the game. I want to go to a cosplay parade. Huzzah! This way. Actually, the ways we weave between people in the crowd. We traveled through the largest exhibit hall to get in the cosplay thing, the cosplayer gathering. Ashley had mentioned when it. We traveled through the largest exhibit hall to get to the cosplayer gathering. Ashley had mentioned it was in the Pac-Man theater. So, why can we say Pac-Man, but it's not Moopy? I don't know. Which meant risking our lives to the most densely packed of the entire con. And I thought the main hall was bad, but this was 1,000 times worse. At one point, they announced the snow floor had just opened up and a huge rush of people came straight for us. It gave me flashbacks to the one time I worked shoe shop retail over the holidays. The horror. The horror. The gamer stampede came straight towards us, wild eyes and groping hands. I thought for sure I was going to get trampled to death. But the last second, Ashley pulled me to safety. You gotta be more careful, Ari. Don't lose sight of me. She points to her eyes and then back to mine, our eyes now locked forever in a mystical eye-locking spell. Eventually, after several more attempts on my life through various death by copious amounts of people, we made our way to the Pac-Man theater. The theater was huge, capable of packing in several hundred people. Most of the seats were already taken too, and people were milling around the auditorium aisles. My floor attendant senses detected this a fire hazard, but... A huge stage had been set up in front of us where there'd normally be a table for speakers, like in a panel discussion forum. Since the theater is so large, they placed projector screens on either side of the stage, so whatever is happening can be seen by those sitting in the back row. It's safe to assume that this is one of the auditoriums saved for the more popular panels now, and now the... cosplay parade? Ashley, what exactly is the cosplay parade? I'm so glad you asked, Ari.
Let's see.
It's where all the cosplayers get together, line up, and show up their latest creations for the masses on theater stage up front here. Now that I think about it, kinda self-explanatory, right? Sometimes they even give prizes to the best cosplayers, but this one is pretty chill. No prizes? Not even a shiny plastic cup to heft over your head? Maybe one day, but today we're here to appreciate each other's talents and have fun. Before I can interject in, Ashley runs over to a person dressed as a maid. Looks very uniform to Ashley's butler cosplays. Maybe if they're from the same game?
Oh my gosh!
I absolutely adore your Mia from Melee Maidens. It's totally cute, and your sword, incredible. Thank you! I made it from craft foam and Warbler. It took like 30 hours to do. I feel like usually from craft foam and Warbler it's pretty easy to make. And it might be a pointy sword. That doesn't take like 30 hours to... Anyway. That's so professional looking! Dang! Oh, the painting maybe? Yeah, if you're like layering like really, really good like metallic paint to make it look real, that would take fucking a long time. I can't get over how dapper your Angus is. The detail you put into his pocket watch are phenomenal. I actually found the watch at a thrift shop and then just molded the extra embellishments on with clay. I've done something like that. This went on for some time. I felt it would be rude to interrupt Ashley when she's obviously having so much fun being a part of her community.
As we continued to chat more about making costumes, I noticed that more and more cosplayers were filing into the theater. For most of my life, I actually felt uncomfortable wearing my usual comfy as heck hoodie. I felt underdressed compared to all the Melee Maidens cosplayers. But you're like normal for other shit. Like non-cosplayers are wearing what you wear. Seriously, was this a costume ball or a black tie gala? Not even mentioning the congregations of feathers, capes, problems, and wings. Someone in a giant movie costume made out of square foam pixels. Percy would be delighted to see that. For all the visual chaos, the vibe remained pretty chill and friendly. Just folks sharing a common joy in dressing up as someone else. Eventually, Ashley parted from her conversation to check on me. Sorry, Ari. Sometimes I get so swept up in it all. I get it. Back at the phone place, you mentioned that you can only see some of your friends here at these cosplay events. Oh yeah! Cosplayers travels all over. Cosplayers travel all over. More than other gaming communities, I bet. Do you know everyone here? Oh no! I mean, I know a good amount of people here, but everyone? Nah. Sure seems like you do. I've seen at least 30 people come up and compliment your butler. Hey, nice Angus! Love the tailcoat. Thankies! There, see what I mean? You're mega popular. I think we could spin that into some kind of cosplay event at Fireplex. Hey, great idea! We can have a real cosplay contest. And I'm gonna win! What's this? Competitive, Ashley? You've been taking notes from Queen Bee, haven't you? What? Don't tell me you saw us practicing in the bathroom the other day. I didn't. But now I can't get that image out of my mind. We ladies gotta stick together. Ladies helping ladies. Our chuckles went interrupted by one of the Max attendants. If you are participating in the cosplay parade, I need you to gather in the backstage green room. I repeat, all cosplayers proceed to the green room. Like a slow herd of brightly colored sheep, Ashley and I moved into the next room to join the rest of the cosplayers. When we got to the front of the line, an attendant stopped me dead in my tracks. Cosplayers only. No handlers unless you are visibly holding up something. Handlers? Oh. Hey, Ari? Ashley tilts her head as if to signal me to step aside. Excuse us, we'll be right back. If you want to be part of the parade, you have to be back here in the next 20 minutes. I step out of line and stand next to Ashley, who is digging through her bag. I was hoping it wasn't going to come to this, but I feel like this is our only option. Ashley pulls out a surprisingly fancy and elegant maid outfit, and then hands it to me. I need you to wear this. Ooh, wait, you just happen to have this? It's all too convenient that Ashley has a maid cosplay just tucked away roughly in my size prepared for something like this. I'm on to you. What do you mean? First of all, why exactly do I need to wear this? Secondly, you planned for this, didn't you? Unless you just want to see me in a maid outfit. One, you need to wear this to get on stage as part of the cosplay parade. A moment in the spotlight would help you spread word about Fireplex, right? We're better than the biggest auditorium at Max. Two, I did plan for this. Sometimes handlers aren't allowed on stage with their cosplayers, and I need to get you, Ashley pointed to me and then to the theater stage, on there. Three, yes, duh.
Nope.
But I'm not gonna force you to do something you want to do. If you don't want to take the spotlight with me, don't worry. I'll still help promote the event. It's totally up to you, okay? And no hard feelings either way. Well, this would be a terrific opportunity to promote my event. Is a bit of personal embarrassment the price I pay? Or should I just leave that to her? No, wear the fucking costume. Dress up is cool. I can't say I'm totally thrilled, but well, why not? I'm willing to do it to help to get the word out. Count me in. Great! Trust me, this'll be tons of fun. We made our way to the nearest bathrooms and I changed to the maid outfit. I struggled to figure out all the class and what velcros to wear and what, but Ashley took the time to help me get situated. Once we were done, we headed backstage, which I'd say resembled the Funplex break room. It is the same, but like backwards. But hey, same purpose, same function. Here the cosplayers lie and wait for the big show to start, including one particular butler and a newly minted maid. Eee! You look so cute! I wish I looked half as cute as you in this. But seriously, you're going to have to do this with me more often. You make a perfect Alice. Alice? Right, I forget you know nothing about Melee Maidens. Alice is the head maid of the Neko Manor. Okay. So Angus, that's me, and Alice, that's you, are siblings fighting alongside each other to prevent other maids and butlers from taking over their estate. They fight for Lady Nice.
Oh my!
Nice? Lady Nice. Oh, and I almost forgot. Ashley pulls out more costume stuff from her pack. This time it's a set of cat ears and a tail. Nice. Alice is a cat girl. What? But you don't have cat ears and I thought we were siblings. Shh, spoilers! You don't find out that they're siblings until after you beat Angus's story arc. When the game starts, Angus has amnesia, and after you win, Alice appears and tells you everything. Angus's power is unleashed and he becomes his old cat boy self. It also knocks an extra scene you can play with, but now we've gotten very far off track. Satisfied? Any more questions? I think that covers it. Ashley fastens a cattail to the back of the maid dress and places the headband on my head. With the costume finalized, I take a long, hard look in the mirror. Look at us. And okay, it's not half bad. It's definitely not me, but I can live with this. Oh good, Katie and Steph are here. Who?
They're a couple of my good cosplay friends, and they are way more talented than me even. They just so happen to be the MCs for the cosplay parade. We need a wig. I feel like a wig would really make this happen. Ashley waves over to them and they smile, waving back. I talked with them earlier. Up after the parade, they'll let us come up on stage and talk about the Fireplex. Whoa, really? Really? Thank you so much, Ashley. That'll help a ton. Yeah, it helps know people sometimes. It helps know people all of the time. We found a few other cosplayers who dressed up as other Melee Maidens characters and we all formed up into a group. Even though we were together, Ashley and I kept ourselves safe for pleasantries. As we chatted away, the Max attendant came back to give us a final warning before we went on stage. Everyone listen up! We've got 10 minutes before the parade. Make sure you're all ready to go. I think I'm experiencing performance anxiety. My heart rate's increased and I feel flushed. The pressure to look perfect is just too much. Ashley, do I look okay? Are my ears on straight? What about the tail? You look fine. Just trust me.
Amazing!
You're the best catgirl maid I've seen. I doubt that significantly. But also, shouldn't we have like a pose to do? That's usually huge for these things. I bet you said it to all your cosplay friends. I don't. Honest. Well, I think that your, what did you call it? Crossplay? It's fantastic. Why did you choose cosplay as Angus anyway? I would have expected you to be one of the other fancy maids.
I crossplay because that's what makes me feel most comfortable.
Trans.
At first, I dressed as various boys because I adored those characters so much, you know? But the more I did it, the more I had fun with it. The more I began to feel like me. And then I wanted to do it more and more. I'm still trying to figure out exactly what that means in relation to who I am, and that's the confusing part. But I guess that's all part of the journey about finding out more about myself. I know it's hard to understand, but just know that I'm working on being happy with myself.
How many boundaries do you have and how much thought have you put into it? That's pretty good indication.
And one day, I'll be able to put words into what I'm feeling. But until then, I'll enjoy the ride.
I see. I hope I didn't pressure you into oversharing just now.
I wouldn't have shared it if I didn't feel comfortable with you.
Oh.
I mean this with all my heart. You are a cherished friend.
Oh gosh, thanks Ashley. I really appreciate the trust you put in me. I won't let you down. Cosplayers, the time is nigh. Once again, the attendant started barking orders at us. We all shuffled into another line, like how we were told to do earlier, and slowly began filling out the room. The closer we got in the stage doors, the more I felt the nerves creep in. We're next! Melee Maidens group, go! Now! Ashley still looks over at me, just beaming. This is her life, her everything. Take a deep breath, Ari. I close my eyes, taking in as much air as I can. I hold in for a long moment before exhaling. I open my eyes slowly and take a step into the Pac-Man Theater and onto the stage. I'm following Ashley, who's following the rest of the Maiden Butler crew. Once all of us are on stage, the MCs announce us as the Melee Maidens group. As I look out in front of us, I see a completely packed theater. It's hard to make out specific faces due to the stage lights, but I can see the outline of hundreds of people. A rush of adrenaline surges through my body, and I look over at Ashley. A proper butler, she takes each step with purpose and elegance. She isn't breaking character for anything. Not all the cheers in their audience, not all the people smiling and laughing around her. She's Angus, and she's owning it. The announcer is tasked to strike a pose on 3, 2, 1. Fighting pose. Quite flirting. I lean over with a hand on my hip whilst giving a coy expression and wink to the audience. We finish holding our poses long enough for everyone in the audience to get a good amount of pictures for us. And when once a sufficient amount of snaps had been snapped, an MC instructs us to stay on the stage, passing Ashley a microphone for the big Fireplex announcement.
Thank you.
Thank you, everyone. It means so much to us that you could join my sister Alice and I here at Neko Manor. As you know, we adore organizing exorbitant galas at Lady Nice's estate. However, Alice and I are planning a very extravagant event at a very extravagant location. Go on, Alice. Tell them everything. Ashley hands the mic to me. Watching her never break character has inspired me to play along too. That right, Angus. Next weekend, we will be hosting a costume contest at Francine's Arcade Funplex at the Twin Pines Mall. It's all part of Fireplex, along with a Fista Discover Tournament, a world record attempt on Moopsy's Magical Maze, and the reveal of a rare and mysterious game. Oh my! First time the public will have seen it? You know it, brother. This isn't the event to miss. It'll be the most noteworthy event of the season. And remember, this is a private affair, so please only tell your closest friends. Ashley winks to the audience before bowing. A rush of cheers fills the theater as we walk off the stage the second time. The MCs give their closing words and dismiss the audience. As people begin exiting the auditorium, I feel my phone vibrate in my hidden dress pocket.
At first it was just a couple vibrations, but before I could realize what was happening, my phone started seizing. What the? I pulled my phone from my pocket and saw that the Funplex's face wall had over 1,000 shiny new lights. No, really, what the hell?
Hey, listen.
The cosplay parade is a huge part of every Max and generates thousands of photos and articles online. Also was being live streamed. Ashley, you failed to mention that part. Well, you seem so nervous and I didn't want to make it worse.
Good work.
And that AccuPoll just now has generated a 700% increase in traffic onto our site. I also gobbled up some paid keywords, so if anyone posts about cosplay at Max, they'll see an ad for Fireplex. Pretty genius, right? Clearly I scanned my own face wall, and even people I knew who aren't scare caterers talking up a score about it. I could also hear cosplayers discussing it as we waited for the auditorium to clear out. I can't wait till next weekend. That Fireplex thing sounds like a blast. I'm totally going to that Funplex place. I wonder what I want to wear to my guest cosplay there. Ari, we did it! I'd lots of help from you too, Ashley. Don't count yourself out. We make a pretty great team. It was great to hear all the buzz around the cosplay community, and Iris totally helped out with the social media aspect. I can't believe it was that easy. I mean, tiring, but easy. That was great fun and all, but I'm completely exhausted. Me too. I need a break from all this. Some time to collect my thoughts and rest my eyes from all those flashing lights. I'm still seeing spots. You heard that Gavin and Naomi are running a pop-up arcade for the Funplex? A bunch of other local arcades are doing the same over in Hall B. It might be worth stopping by there for a breather with some friends. Make sure they aren't slacking. Sounds like a solid plan. You want to come with me? Not quite yet. I need to do some touch-up on my makeup. How about I meet you there later? Great. See you soon. I'd say bye to Ashley and make my way to the restrooms to get changed back to my usual clothes for the time being. Oh no, you should be the maid though forever. Come on, man. And then it's off to Exhibit Hall B, on the lookout for Gavin's serious face or Naomi's kind one. Let's see, Exhibit Hall B. It very much resembles Exhibit Hall A, where I started my day. Industry types, dealers, swag, crowds. But there's definitely more actual arcade games here, as local places have set up pop-up arcades all over the place. It's hard to notice the smaller displays with a giant garish deco palace display eating up the center, but I managed to crawl my way around to the edges to find... the usuals. Well now, pretty much everyone else in the crew, save for Francine. Teo and Ashley are still off hanging out with their respective communities. I've got some time, maybe I can bend someone's ear meanwhile. Let's see what everyone's doing right now. Gavin's reading the news, bored out of his mind. Now he's fixing the busted Galaga. She could use a break. Percy's idly playing a round of Nibbler. Queen Bee is between matches in her tournament. We haven't said hi to Queen Bee in a while. Queen Bee looks stressed out, just loitering around, not playing games. Hey, oh, hey, kid! How's Max treating you? Decently, and you? You look kind of frazzled. Who, me? I'm totally okay. Well, yeah, no, I'm in the losers bracket. Oh, no. Meaning? The big FOD tournament they're hosting here at Max. I advanced from pools, but I'm in the losers bracket. If I lose one more match, I'm out. Finished. Dead. Loser! I get it. Right now, I'm just sitting around waiting to be called up for my next match, trying not to worry and failing miserably. It sucks. Seriously sucks. Allow me to provide a service to our valued customer and distract you then. Want to talk? Yeah, sure. Why the fuck not? We amble on around the Funplex display to a neat little corner wedged between two other industry booths. A good spot for a quietish chat.
Look, don't worry about me, okay? This sort of stress is healthy. A good competitor feeds off stress as nourishment, grows strong, powerful. I've been in the loser's bracket before and gotten all the way to the finals. Tournaments are my thing.
Then why this, why now? Frankly, it's when you aren't worried that you make mistakes. You get cocky, overconfident, you screw up. You? Cocky? Never. Cocky as a defense mechanism is different from cocky out of apathy. You steel yourself with one, you let important things slip with the other. You feel me, kid? Claim you can take on the world and maybe you really can. Yeah, I wouldn't keep a level head worth it. Yeah. I think I get it. You fix yourself squarely in the mindset that you can destroy all comers and gives you the mojo you actually need to do it. So having a good day or bad day, you want to go in assuming you'll rock the world. Nailed it! Ho-ho! We'll make a champion of you yet, kid. Well, a champion floor attendant. Event manager. Whatevs. What, and you're not stressed out at all, huh? Well, yeah, okay, I'll admit it. Things have been stressful with streaming lately. Oh, how so? Because with the esports streaming, everything has to be perfect all the goddamn time. It's not like you, where if you miss a stray gum wrap around the plexiglasses and polish it to shine, Gavin will let it slide. Clearly you haven't worked for Gavin. Okay, Francine will let it slide. Look, I'm not a metaphor person.
My point is, when you're a public figure, an esports competitor, a streamer, an internet sensation, you gotta hustle. 100% hustle. 110% hustle. You only see folks like me and Teo from backstage. You aren't watching from the audience. Different situation entirely there. There's no room for error. If one thing is wrong, I'll get punished for it, one way or another. If not by the chat, which constantly seeks my blood and salty tears,
The chat.
then by my own team. They're always evaluating my performance. Things go badly enough, my viewer count goes down, and I could lose my sponsorship. Then everything.
Damn. Damn indeed. See what I mean? This is why I don't do competitive streaming. Number one, because I'm trash. Number two, because that's like too much to worry about. Take the world down in flames with you, I say. Tell me your ratings are at an all-time high. Why put yourself through all this? Wait, that doesn't sound right. Last week I remember Queen Bee mentioning that her stream sub count was through the roof. I thought you were still a red-hot popular streamer. Wild to worry. You're doing great! You should be proud of what you've accomplished. It's true, I am awesome. But that doesn't take away the fact that it's stressful to keep that up all the time. You can't slack and stay awesome at the same time. She sighs. That all makes sense, but you have to take time for yourself and relax. Easier said than done. I know streamers who take a week off, go on vacation or something, and their subs drop off the face of the earth. But I know burnout's a serious thing. I do need to take breaks. And if I'm gonna relax, you should follow that same advice, kid. Huh? You're running all over this place pushing your event! I get that this is a big deal for you in the same way training for it is a big deal for me. But take some me time alongside the you time, you know? I mean, the you me and the you. Me you. I mean, shit. You know what I mean. Two of us go our separate ways. Her to rejoin the tournament, and me to catch up with Teo and Ashley again at the Binny Funplex. My current status? Sitting. Sitting's a good status. And enjoying it. Took a few minutes of searching and stalking, but eventually I found an open seat in the pop-up arcade. While the sit is satisfying, the rest of everything else is miserable. My feet are sore from walking over, and I don't remember the last time I ate. I feel dehydrated and have a slight headache from all the noise. No. That's not how you con properly. Sitting, good. You have to have the water in the food. You gotta have the water in the food. You gotta go. It's expensive, but you gotta do it. And there's still 4 more hours at max left. Oh, if Gavin saw me in a current state. Leaning back, arms at my side, completely exhausted. I can picture it clearly, because he's here. He'd be looming over me with his dark, unfettered eyes. He would lean in close and frown. Grumbling, he'd say, "Ari, if I remind you, these seats are for patrons only." I oddly sighed just thinking about it. As luck would have it, though, Gavin and Naomi are huddled over the Galaga cabinet trying to figure out why the monitor's not working. Oh, okay. Freedom. My buns are experiencing the best freedom it has to offer. And while my body feels like it could collapse at any moment, I feel good about it, right? Getting the word out about Fireplex was great. Seeing people's face light up with excitement is why I'm really here. Plus, spending time with Ashley was an added bonus. She certainly got passion to spare. I smiled to myself. The pain in my heels and the grumbling in my tummy. Worth it. While enjoying the respite, I let my eyes close for a moment. And of course, the second I do that, I hear footfalls closing in. There you are, Ari! We've been looking all over for you. We were specifically going to meet back up here, at the Funplex pop-up arcade. Yeah, but we didn't expect you to be tucked in the darkest corner of the arcade. I'm hiding from Gavin. He'll put me to work if he sees me. Hiding behind the pinball machines is probably not the smartest choice then. You know how much he loves pinball. Every spare moment he thinks no one's watching him is spent getting that high score. I have so many candid pictures of my phone on him playing pinball. You have to show me, like, right now. Yes! His concentration face is so cute. Before I can react, Ashley has phone out and scrolling through pictures of Gavin. Both look at me guiltily. Don't we have more important matters? Max is over in a few hours and we'll have a lot of work left to do. You're right, Ari. Please don't tell Gavin. Your secret is safe with me. Right, so business time. I think I got something. Go on. I have a friend and she's working on she's an indie arcade developer. The new title she's been working on is amazing. It's got co-op, it's got competition. It's got magical schoolgirls. Now you're talking. It's got it all. Wait, I'm pretty sure I've heard of this game. Is it called Magical Moon Cuties? Yeah, that's the one. And she's thinking about premiering it at the Fireplex.
Oh my gosh!
It would be cooler than cool. Sounds interesting enough. Might make for another fun game for people to play. Definitely. My friend is somewhat renowned in is it renowned or isn't? What is that word? Like renown, like renowned is like RENOWN without the K. I don't know. If known is that it? In the indie scene, and the game's been in development for years. I'm sure it'll create some buzz at least.
Are you kidding, Teo? We'd be the talk of the arcade world! I do like being the talk of world-sized things. Let's go check it out. Stand up invigorated by the news. As I start walking by part of the hall with Teo, I hear a call from behind me. Wait! I turn out and see Ashley there, fidgeting, her green eyes darting back and forth nervously. Ashley? I, too, have a plan. She motions for us to come back towards her, which we do.
Huh?
What's her idea, Ashley? She puts an arm around Teo and the other one around me, huddling the three of us together. So what I'm proposing might not be the most legal course of action. Do I even want to know? You've seen the huge monitors hanging from the ceiling in the middle of the major halls, right? How could I miss them? They're constantly bombarding us with ads and false hopes of high-quality convention food. Yeah. No matter how amazingly tempting that $9 hot dog looks on the big screen, don't even think about it. Exactly my point. Everyone is looking at it. I know a way to sneak into the back area. All we have to do is break into the main communication center and upload the flyer that Ari made into the rotation.
Whoa!
You want to do what? Shh, keep your voice down, Teo. Unless you want to get arrested for being an accomplice. It's a genius plan. Everyone at the max will see our name in lights. Okay, so yeah, that's a less than legal way of getting the word out, but I have to admit you got me intrigued. And definitely work, but I don't know. Trust me.
What about...
Of course we need to go in disguise. I'm already nicely disguised, but Ari would need to switch into something way more distracting. The maid again. Spitfire, hello. What is this, Arcade Expo? Also, everyone is too nice. This is like, kind of, it's not Penny Arcade Expo, basically. Everyone, yeah, I think in these games, everyone is usually too nice. Except for like a couple brash people, because like, it's tough to make a difficult character, because then everyone will hate them immediately. Why more distracting, exactly? To distract from your face, of course. What I'm trying to say is people will remember the costume, not the person wearing it. Which means... Maid Ari rides again! Everybody saw Maid Ari on the main stage. I feel like that's not really, like, the idea. Come on! You did so great on stage! Think of this as your encore. How about it? Let's not forget about Magical Moon Cooties. It's a valid alternative. Both options are valid, honestly. Splashy advertising would certainly drive foot traffic, even if getting it up there would be dodgy. More importantly, Iris could help us do it safely, without anyone noticing. Safer than Ashley going off on her own to do this inadvisable stunt. Oh, I have to choose, don't I? But a highly anticipated indie title might do the trick, and result in far less jail time. I'm gonna do the Magical Moon Cooties because, like, the heist is, like, too much, and, like, we already did illegal stuff to get the tickets, so we'll, keep trying not to be illegal. We just said for Iris to not do anything illegal. Like, that was our deal. So let's do it. Ashley, you got this. You don't need any help from me. Honestly, I don't feel like getting carted off to jail today. It's not on my scheduled agenda. Plus, I'm pretty sure Ashley can handle breaking and entering all by herself. And yes, I do realize how wrong that sounds, even in my own head. I bet you've seen plenty of heist anime. So much that you can sneak into the Natural History Museum and steal the world's biggest Fabergé egg in the middle of the day. I got like 12 bobby pins holding this wig on. True, that's how you hold a wig on. I won't let you down. Also, do you need a wig for that? Like, your hair's already long. Anyway, I know you won't, and please, try to be careful. Ashley smiles wildly before prancing off into a crowd of arcade folk. You can stop worrying, Ari. Ashley knows exactly what she's doing. That's why I'm worried. Fair enough. Well, shall we go see a lady about an indie game? We shall. Yeah, I haven't really hung out with Teo before, but this seems like the valid thing to do. As we left the pop-up and traveled deep into the halls of Max, people kept stopping us to say hello to Teo. We'd be happily on our merry little way and then get interrupted by a random person. I think that's the best part of going to a con, like when you know a lot of people and like you just keep finding random people. Like, that's the best. Oh man, it's Teo! How are you doing? Great, but hey, we are on the way to meet someone. Let's catch up later. Cool, laters! And this happened like every couple minutes. Walking through the convention floor was like walking through a field of landmines. Where instead of explosions, it was uncomfortable introductions to people I will probably never see again. Eventually, Teo leads me to a back section of arcade games hidden behind all the major companies' booths, near where he held his dance flash mob. What they set up here is mostly reminiscent of the rest of Max. Arcade cabinets are closely lined up side by side, making several aisles for gamers to aimlessly wander down. I would have expected there to be more. I would expect it to be more used to pushing my way through throngs of crowds by now, but nope. Teo and I force our way through huddled masses of chittering conversations. As I look around at all the different arcade games that surround us, I notice something's off. There are exactly 0 titles that I actually recognize. We're in Indie Land now. No Dig Dug, Gauntlet, nor Street Fighter. Not even a hint of a pinball game. I was starting to get concerned. Teo, where in Max are we? This is the Indie Mega Arcade.
Well, originally they called it the Indie Mega Arcade Expo. I am AX, but then IMAX sued them. Okay. The what? That didn't explain anything to me. What are all these weird games? Fucking indie games, dude. You're in one. I understand nothing. If you'll hush those alluring lips of yours for a second, I'd be more than happy to explain. He is hitting on me. Wow. Okay, I imagine now. Totally and completely hushed. Now, where was I? Ah yes, the Indie Mega Arcade is a huge area of Max that showcases all the new and upcoming indie arcade games. Indie developers get a chance to show off their stuff, get the useful feedback, and then maybe get a few people interested in their game along the way. That's the dream of the indie dev, to make a game that people enjoy playing. I really don't know much about the indie arcade scene, admittedly. Working at the Fun Place offers me a crash course in arcade culture. Every day I'm learning about completely new aspects. It does make perfect sense to have an indie game scene. I just never realized that existed. Yeah, you could get a fucking cabinet of Cuphead now. I've seen it in like multiple places. It's pretty amazing, actually. A community of people who share ideas and a passion. Can't afford mass production kinds of games, but they've got a lot of heart, you know. We can't crank out a box for every arcade on Earth, but indie developers are free to make whatever type of game they want. No pressure from a big name company either. Complete and utter creative freedom. Really, anyone can make a game if you put your mind to it. In fact, I bet even you, Ari, can make an arcade game. What say you? My game would be spectacular. Don't we have things to focus? I have toyed with that idea. I don't know if their game would be spectacular because it's been showed that like they can't really art, but I guess I don't know. Yeah, let's just say that it's okay. I've always been on the idea person. Ever since I was a kid, I've been dreaming up game ideas. Like the zombie-themed fighter or a train driving racer. I got tons of them, just waiting to be turned into a fully fledged game. I used to draw out intricate arcade game levels on paper too. Being surrounded by working art individuals at the Fun Place only enriched that fantasy. I mean, I can't code or draw, but I can always dream up my new ideas. Teo, you don't even know. I've got so many ideas swimming in my head for a game. Oh yeah? What would you make first? I would make romance game, super cute puzzle game, roguelike procedurally generated open world twin stick platform with loot boxes. No, puzzle game. Like if I made a game, it would probably be a puzzle game. Romance game is the easiest thing to do. Like somebody said that like if you have a lot of OCs and like no plot connecting them, either you make a fighting game or a dating sim. Those both work as like, let's just put all these people into situations and figure it out. But let's make a puzzle game. There's one genre of game that's easy to replicate, it's a puzzle game. Give it a good theme and people will be drawn to the aesthetics and mental challenge. I bet a simple match 3 game would be fairly easy to make. Not like that! Not a fucking match 3, Jesus Christ. I want an appealing design, something really super adorable to catch the eye. Maybe some bedazzling jewels or crushing candy or something. Man, I thought this was gonna be like some other kind of simulator, like maybe a fucking escape room kind of thing. Jeez. People will sink hundreds of tokens in to continue playing. Exactly. Highly addictive, highly profitable, but also highly fun. Fun is the ultimate point of a game, right? I mean, I guess if we're talking like an arcade game, like, yeah, that's the only, like, I don't know how to imagine a puzzle game other than a match 3 when I think about it. I don't know. I like it.
All right.
Well, if you ever get super bored of being an arcade event manager, I could hook you up with all the proper people to launch your second career. What do you mean? Oh, I have some friends who make arcade games for a living. Some friends. As soon as I said it, I became overtly aware of the situation. Since we stepped foot in the Indie Mega Arcade, people have been waving and nodding to Teo, not to mention all the people stopping us on the way to get here. I'd say more than some friends. You're a popular guy.
What? Come on, that's silly.
He waves his hand, waving them off the very notion that I know to be true. Sometimes you don't realize you're popular until somebody points it out. Like, things ebb and flows, but like, yeah, like, it's only when you walk in a crowded space that you're at home in and you see like a lot of people that are greeting you, you're like, oh shit, maybe. Everyone knows who he is, and I had no idea. Teo's always been such a crowd pleaser at Showtime stage, but I guess his popularity spread to all facets of his life. Dance champion and indie arcade scene champion, huh?
I try to keep my friends' circles pretty separate. Sometimes it's not always perfect, and they tend to overlap. You know, like a Max.
Well, yeah, I feel like a big con is the best way, like, especially if you're like a fucking dork in some way, that's the best ways that all of your friends are gonna come together.
But hey, it's got upsides. All my friends are here.
Yeah, it's the biggest crossover event.
The biggest downside of Max is just so hard to see everyone. I never get to spend enough time with them, you know?
Yeah, fucking hell. But it's a great place to, like, spend time with people that you don't get to see otherwise.
I got friends here in the Indie Mega Arcade. I got my Funplex crew. I got the dancing community. I just can't see them all.
Yeah.
And when I can't see them, I feel like I let them down. I hate having to choose between them.
It's not like they all have infinite time either. Anyway.
Once again, I've failed my friends. You know, it's a surprise anyone still talks to me anymore.
Bruh. Where'd that coming from? Where does haterism? Teo sighs heavily, his mood shifted from excitement to utter solace. The cool, collected Teo is showing a side I've not seen yet. I guess he's able to experience emotion other than joy. Confirmed, Teo is not a joy robot. He's not a joy bot. But this isn't right. Sad Teo is worse Teo. As his friend, I must fix this. Can't please everyone, Teo. Allow me to boost your ego. Yeah, let's just be, like, normal. Teo puts too much pressure on himself. With the amount of people he knows, it's physically impossible to see everyone. There is literally no way you can meet and hang out with every single person you know. If you'd given 15 minutes of time to the amount of people I've seen you say hello to, it would take you an entire day to get through them. You exaggerate. Teo, if there's one thing you can be sure of, is that Ari doesn't exaggerate. Are you sure about that? I only observe and state the objective facts. Usually. It's tough only seeing the people you care about every once in a while, but you've been doing a great job. I've seen so many of your friends stop and say hello to you, plus they were completely understood when you told them you were busy. Not one left without it. Whoops. What is that? What is that key? A? What the hell? Why is this opposite man? What the fuck? Anyway, I didn't even know that was there. I think I keep pressing it by accident. Oh, fuck. I forgot to read. No one left without a smile on their face. They really care about you. Okay. You know what, Ari? You're right. The more I hang out with Teo, the more I learn about him. It's always something new and unexpected. Let's bring this back around to why we're here. How did you get involved with the indie arcade scene anyway? Through Michelle, the indie developer I want you to meet. I met her a few years ago at a previous Max. I was hanging out with my crew near the dancing games and she stopped by to play around. Since she was new to the scene, I struck up a conversation with her. Much like when I met you. Ah, so there was plenty of flirting then. I cannot help myself when surrounded by such beautiful, wonderful people. And Michelle makes indie arcade games? She's the only one in the cute. She is only one of the coolest and most prolific arcade developers in the industry today. She's worked on several big-name indie games, and when she's not working, she's speaking all over the world about arcade development. She seems huge. How are you speaking all over the world and shit? That's not easy. Travel is expensive. Color me impressed. Sounds like Michelle is the sort of influential person who could really help with Fireplex. She really is. She's the cop! She's the fucking Fed! Oh my god. I'm what now, Mateo Alvarez? Oh, Michelle. Only the worst person I've ever met. It has to be expected by someone from someone of your caliber. Touche. I was just looking for you, by the way. This like weird not Atari shirt. Well, I'm glad I found you then. What's on your mind? I want to introduce you to Ari. Nice to meet you. The pleasure is mine. Took me a second, but Michelle totally looks like, uh-oh. You aren't perchance also a federal agent. This is it. I'm doomed. It was set up. I'm about to be renditioned to a CIA black site. Who? Me? No way. Although my sister, well, okay, sister, sure. Sure. I can neither confirm nor deny that's what she does for a living. I see. Okay, that makes sense. I'm shut up now and focus on arcade stuffs. I think what Ari is trying to say is that you seem to have a very confident and authoritative expression. That's all. Yep, that's exactly what I meant. Got it on the nose. Thanks, Teo. Sure, okay, let's go with that. Anyway, I spoke with Teo earlier in the day, and he told me he had a business proposition. Consider me all ears. Allow me to elaborate. Ari here was recently appointed as the event manager of the Funplex. Congrats! That's a cute little mom and pop place where Teo gets his groove on, right? I would categorize it as more of a grandma and grandpa type kind of arcade. It's not the fanciest one, but it's got heart. Like an arcade with a good heart. I like an arcade with a good heart. It reminds me of my youth. The good old days where you just walk into your home away from home, quarter up, and enjoy the company. But I digress. Getting too swept up in memories. Tell me more about the proposal. Ari is putting on a special event at the Funplex called Fireplex. It's a celebration of the arcade scene. Oh, I will. We're going to have high score competitions, esports stuff, mystery game reveals, the works. I'm going all out on it. And Teo, I take it you're doing a dance event as well? He is, but it'd be great if we could add one more thing to the list. Maybe the premiere of a new indie game? Like, gasp. Could you possibly mean my game, Magical Moon Cuties? If you allow us the honors. Have I given you the elevator pitch yet? All I know is there are magical schoolgirls and I'm intrigued. It's a competitive cooperative puzzle game where people have to work together to match all the magical orbs before their opponents can. Think 3-player magical drop but with combo attacks, so it's Puyo Puyo. Everyone plays as a different adorable magical schoolgirl, hence the cuties part. That sounds better than the last time I heard it. Right? I'm pretty excited to share magical moon cuties with the world. Bleh, I gotta read less fast. I've mostly been doing some very selective demos for media outlets today, but so far the general public hasn't been allowed to play it. I'm looking for the perfect place and time to release it. Big publicity would mean that I might land a manufacturing contract or a publisher, so I could do a wide release. Fireplex might be a good choice for that, but I'm going to need a little more convincing. What else you got? Okay, alright, don't blow this. Connect with Teo. It's all about the heart of the arcade. Think of all the exposure. So this is the basic one, but like... yeah, Teo knows everybody, so we might as well just say Heart of the Cards is fine, but I think it's not the best, so let's do that one. Connections seem to be very important in the indie arcade scene, and Michelle already knows Teo, therefore. Friends help each other out, do they not? Teo's known you for a few years now, and he's said nothing but good things about you. In fact, he's been talking with Storm about magical moon cuties and getting everyone excited. It's only fair to support him back. Keeps a solid business relationship rolling alongside a solid friendship. And everybody wins. Friends are the most important, and Teo's one of the best. Plus, I really want to play magical moon cuties too. Fair enough. I was just sassing you anyway. After I discussed it with Teo, I already knew I was going to show magical moon cuties at the Funplex. Love that enthusiasm though. Really? Really? I mean, it's either the Funplex or Deco's Palace, and while Deco is the heavyweight champion of the arcade world, it's a not good fit for my dreams. Really? Great! So it's settled? I think so. I know so. Magical Moon Cuties will have its first playable showing to the public at Fireplex. I'll haul my prototype cabinet over to your arcade the day before, so you can get it set up. I appreciate you keeping it hidden until the event, though. Already bought a mystery concealing tarp for a rare game release. Heck, what's one more mystery concealing tarp between friends? This will be an event to remember, and I'm thrilled. I can't wait to share the news with everyone. Ari, thanks for the support. I really appreciate it. Oh, but I should really be thanking you. Sorry to cut this convo off, but Michelle, your next interview is here. It's Mark from Hexagon. From like Polygon, okay. Mark, Hexagon, got it. It's so hard to keep track of all these different media outlets. Ari, it's been great. My people will call your people, or whatever they do these days. Oh, expect your social media to explode later today. Ta-ta! It's already exploding. And in a flash, Michelle wandered back into a crowd of people, her friend leading her into her next interview. Leaving me standing in shock, unable to believe what had happened. A top indie designer, premiering at my event. I imagined all the adorable smiling faces of anime magical schoolgirls. I could practically hear them cheering me on. I knew everything would be okay. Honestly, this is just how you make things happen. You just have to like talk to the people you know and talk about what you're doing and then see if you can connect people to other people that makes sense. Like having a sense of like, it makes sense for this to happen and it would be good for these people to get together, not just of like your own benefit, is just how it happens. And like people who organize things usually want things to just go very swimmingly and like put puzzle pieces together and shit. So like, yeah, it just kind of, as long as you're open and you're willing to reach out and talk it out, things will just fucking happen. This is my life.
Huh?
Huh? Oh, nothing. Just musing to myself. Out loud, nonetheless. No worries. I do that all the time. Mostly when I'm alone, though.
Love it.
But overall, that went really well. I'm glad that Michelle was really excited to bring her game to the Funplex. Me too. Honestly, I feel like a weight has been lifted off my shoulders. Well, with Ashley helping me with the hype at the cosplay contest, I feel like Fireplex is going to be amazing. That's the spirit. I never doubted you for a second. I was about to reply with a totally witty retort about doubting in time, however, but we were interrupted by the sounds of a bell chime. The hall will be closing in 30 minutes. I've done that job. It's over already. As I was just getting started, I'd barely seen anything yet. I could do this for at least another 4 hours. I'm frightened and confused as to how you still have so much energy left, Teo. I amaze even myself sometimes. As for me, I was exhausted, allowing yawns to escape my mouth. Well, I'm officially pooped. I'm ready to go home. I still wanted to squeeze in a couple more games before the hall closes. They are going to have to drag you out the hall once it closes, aren't they? Kicking and screaming. Thanks for your help with Fireplex today. That's what friends are for. And I'm glad to have you as a friend. Ditto. See you back at the arcade, Ari. With our pleasantries exchanged, I left Teo to finish the dying seconds of Max in the Indie Rare Arcade. I don't think I actually made any points with Teo this time. Oh, a little bit. Okay, so I'm less with Percy, but that's because, like, I don't find anything about his situation interesting, to be honest. He just, like, really likes the game, playing it a lot, and he's a sweet, rich guy. Like, that's cool. Oh, shit, the poster's up there. All in all, a successful day.
Beep, beep.
Beep, beep, Ari. You have a new text message.
Operation Hot Dog Takedown mission complete. Acid extracted and heading home for a leisurely bath and some anime. Huh? She hacked the video signs and snuck away.
Good work.
Look at the screens. Our flyer's airing there now. Wow, I didn't know Ashley was a hacker. Maybe we should swap tips. I'd like the Funplex to commit fewer felonies rather than more, Iris. Oh, okay. Right, time to head home. I promised that I would meet Juniper just outside the main exit of the hall, and that's exactly where I was headed. The rush of fresh air hit me as I pushed the double glass doors open. It was nice. Refreshing. It had a much better smell than the one I'd been around all day. I didn't have time to wait long until I saw Juniper. She bounced happily up to me.
So, how was your first Max, Ari?
It was fantastic, exhausting, unforgettable. Fantastic. The amount of support I got from my friends today was amazing. I know I can always count on them and feel like we've bonded closer as friends. I can't wait to go back next year.
As to be expected with a convention. Although in your case, you really outdid yourself and got smacked with 300% of what anyone else would have, yeah?
How do you figure?
Well, most people drop by Max, play some games, maybe attend a panel or two, do some shopping. They're here to be catered to. You, on the other hand, were doing the catering, and like any good caterer, that means spinning plates and doing 12 different things at once. You found interesting ways to push Fireplex and promote Funplex as a whole. You worked your butt off to do it. So rather than attending Max, you were a Max.
Sure feels that way. I'm totally drained.
Ooh. I kinda envy you, you know? It sounds like you had some great adventures today, other than designing that flyer. I didn't do that much besides playing a few games and buying cute t-shirts and stuff, but let me tell you, they are really super cute t-shirts. I'm glad I could support you though, even if it was just, you know, doodling up a flyer.
It's hardly doodle. Yeah, you did such good work. Don't sell yourself short. The flyer looks super professional. I mean, no fun Comic Sans, but still pretty cool.
Thank you.
Thanks, Ari. I really enjoy doing stuff like that. I don't exactly get a lot of opportunities at the office to express myself. Okay, let's get home and get some real rest. We've both earned it. In fact, I'd say we took it.
Juniper, don't.
To the max!
At that moment, the rest of the evening was a blur. I knew that Juniper and I took the train back home, heated up some pizza bagels, and safely made it into my comfy bed. This again. I think I was still in shock. At the beginning of this day, I thought that no one was gonna know about Fireplex. We'd be stuck as a relatively unknown mom and pop arcade. But now it seems like the whole world knows. Which is great, but also pretty nerve-wracking. I sighed heavily, letting all my mixed emotions flow over me. There's no turning back now. What I set in motion will stay in motion. It can only get bigger and better from here. At least that's what I'm gonna keep telling myself as I drift to sleep. I'm proud of what I accomplished today, and I can't wait to tell everyone at the Funplex about all I've done. I hope they're proud of me too. And before I know it, Fireplex will be upon us. This is the end of the chapter, isn't it?
You've cleared level 3 of Arcade Spirits. A winner is you. Now let's see your score.
Looks like you're really hitting it off with Naomi, so that's still the highest thing, but Queen Bee and Ashley are getting up there, which I'm finding Ashley more interesting the more I get to know her. Teo's pretty cool too. It's hard to get close to Gavin because he's so serious and I'm not playing super serious right now. I'm still like mostly caring and still serious, which I feel like tracks for me, to be honest. Everything else is the same, which is interesting.
You're proven to be a gentle, sweet, and compassionate soul. Also, you scored 11,050 points. Go for the high score. Actually, I don't know what the high score is, but hey, go for it anyway.
Do you want to save your game before proceeding to level 4? I will. Let's just do it before I forget. But I think we will end for tonight because it's been 2.5 hours. And I don't think the next chapter will get done within half an hour. It's not often that they're like super quick. But thanks for saying hi, Spitefire. We'll go in the next chapter, which I assume is going to be Fireplex, the event. We'll see how it goes. But yeah, more Yakuza on Monday. We just finished the tunnel. Oh, in space stuff, yeah, I've got to hop back on. I did actually start the space exploration stuff, so I just do gotta contribute. But I've been kind of fucked up on my schedule this week. I've been so busy. I'm busy next week too, but I hopefully less busy. I don't know. We'll see. But I'm definitely gonna play some tomorrow. Ah shit, it's Mother's Day on Sunday. I gotta go do Mother's Day things. Well, hope you all out there have a great weekend. You explore the space and, you know, serve the bunnies well. And
and also just have a great time. And I'll see you next time. So take care, stay cool, stay frosty, and I will see you then. Bye-bye.